back on some retail. Well, Classic can be entertaining to watch if you're playing hardcore, because you can die at like any moment, and it's funny to see someone die on hardcore. Vanilla Red Publicity is more interesting when you can get into the raids. That's if there's enough people to do so. Because obviously you require a lot more people for a raiding guild. Is it me there in that picture? Or does Anduin look like that Jedi with orange lightsaber? That one that you're playing, that offshoot game, I forgot what it's fucking called. See, I did this last night, so I can improve this. Currently, it's going to be a 600 item level, and I can improve it to a 606 if I do another tier 6 delve. I've already done one, so I don't know why that didn't count. And then that one's 590, and I can improve it to a 593 if I complete a tier 4 delve or higher. Tier 4s are easy. Tier 5s are easy. That had bugged out last night. And I see it said take your Radiant Echo to a thing. I took a Radiant Echo somewhere and I got 21 of these copper key shard things. And I don't know, it's almost like I got booted out of things because I didn't die. So I'm guessing you only get to spend so long in there or something. So I got a Bountiful Delve there. Don't want to do Battlefield Delves if I haven't got a restored coffer key. I don't think I've got any of those presently. No. I used mine last night on that tier 6 delve. One thing I did want to look at though were... Was it that? This. 2 days left. Awards a one-time repetition bonus. Weekly cash containing materials for upgrading gear and gold and more. It's in that elite area, isn't it? Let's go and fuck with that for a bit. Let's go to that. Why is that over the thing? It's kind of weird. Peculiar. What the hell? Why would that be up there? Weird. Very weird. Blizzard seem to be having a lot of teething troubles with this edit mode thing. I'm not sure if this was a thing in Dragonflight or if they've brought it in just for the War Within. But it's definitely got some teething troubles at the moment. Whoever the devs are working on it, they need to work a little bit faster, a little bit better.
Triggering extreme aggression instead.
Where's the outer region of this? Well, there are elites as well. I need an outer region. I need to know where it hits. At night, eh? Well, I killed a boss with 30 million health, so your 8 million shouldn't bother me. Get out of that though. Ow! Oh, Jesus, maybe I was wrong. That one, I moved it, I changed the key. Fucking hell. Alright, okay. Apparently, fighting against that in the water not a good idea because I can't fucking move. Good day, sir. How is things? I'm just trying to get this world quest done, but I've got to fight 80 elites. And the problem is there's no way to attack the outer region, which is normal on these types of areas. What you want to do, you want to attack the outside. To be fair, they didn't go in there very well prepared either. I didn't have my hearthstones, I didn't have fucking anything up. And to somehow get him over here. There we go, better. Buff it, okay. Hang about what? No, you don't get a reset, you fuck. Why? Is it for real? Wow. What a sore loser. Kicking his ass with fucking reset. I just need an area where I can attack the outside from. It's an elite area. I'm not getting stuck in the middle. Why are there so many wolves out here though? I bet the wolves aren't anything to do with this thing, are they? It's just the cinderbees. Yeah. Fucking reset like a bitch. Because somebody else had to kill some wolves to get in. There's no one there. Shit! It's going to be night. That on top of those. Fuck that. I know what I can handle, I know what I can't. I think I'm fucked here. Yeah. Wait till they're away. I'm alive, motherfuckers! Ha! It's like magic. So, them dickheads are fucking patrolling around, that's fucking great. I don't mind killing one, but as soon as I pull one, the fucker runs away like a pussy.
I'm out of range.
There he is. Dickhead. Warlock hacks. Shit, are they spawning here? Who's pulled these? What? Get away from me. Huh. Warlock hacks. What do you mean warlock hacks? That person's going to get bummed. Yeah, they did. They got bummed. It flew down through trees, aggroed them, and aggroed that. Oh, the soulstone, yeah. Soulstone's been a thing since fucking vanilla, though. I've always had it. No, if you want, I want a hack. A hack is Shaman Ankh. And then being able to use fucking their new fucking totem to,
I need to get closer.
being able to use their new totem to do an extra combat res, which made Kaivesa possible to one tank. Because without that, they would have had to 2 tank it and 3 heal it. I just need somewhere I can pull these from.
I'm out of range.
You aren't, you're just being pessimistic. Burn through some of these soul stones, put out some fucking damage. Yeah. I like a good bit of damage on us. I can skin a bee? When the fucking hell can you skin it? I mean, it is a really big bee, but still. I don't think you're able to skin those. It's an insect. Apparently now we can skin bees. How did he not get pulled? After beating a 30 million health boss last night in a tier 6 delve, these ain't no fucking challenge. No challenge at all. I know what I might do actually. Something I do want to do before I continue on down here. When we go back to the city, something I want to do. Yeah, because if Carfax gets a bonus, I think, to skinning. I believe it's a racial. If I'm not mistaken. What was that flying past me? No, it's not that one. Increase your skinning skill by 5 and deafness by 25%. Deafness allows you to skin more quickly. Yes. Right. I'm going to keep skinning on Carfax. And I'm going to take herbalism. I'm then going to take... Well, I've already got herbalism and alchemy maxed out up to Castlanathria level on my paladin. So he can keep that. And then I'm going to take tailoring and enchanting on either my shaman or my death knight. Probably my death knight be better on. And then on my shaman I might just go the other way around. I might take skinning and take mining. And then I can at least farm all the materials on my primary 4 characters. And then my warrior, God knows what, whatever he's got. I think he's still got alchemy and herbalism. Just put it on him as well. Yeah, if I sort out the professions. So when a Spartan asks me what is my profession, to steal someone's fucking soul and use it like a jujube. Guard, you, shut ass.
Speak and be heard.
Profession trainer. Where is the herbalist?
May the Titans carve your path.
Over this way? Where am I going? Let's get around here somewhere. Cultivation and accessories. Who's Green Fingers McGee? Here? In here. Ah. Akdan.
You have a query.
You what? Oh shit, have I got to
Return.
how do you fucking
Be ready.
give up on a profession? Flux capacitor. I don't know. This one. This one.
Communication initiated.
There we go.
Faith.
I'll keep him with double profs for making money. Am I supposed to level this up? Shit.
What is your command?
One of you. Just where's the Skinner dude?
Return if you wish to
Is it just maxed out at 105, or do you still have tiers? Something here. Down here. Yeah? Up here. Skinner? Don't mean the GAFMX files. Yeah. All right, okay. Is that it? Does anyone? Are you in chat, Sharif? Does anyone know what is the cap on the goddamn impressions in this? Is it just capped at 105? Does it go higher, or is that it? Kind of bag's almost full. Don't know about the cap. Well, it's just I'm at the trainer here, but the trainer doesn't seem to have a way to train you, and it says it's already known. So I'm assuming it's maxed. Let me have a look. Let me do a quick Google thing. Google knows all, sees all. Wow. No, not that. No. Honest to God, I don't know. Yeah, it's expansion specific, yeah. It's per expansion because your skills usually change and go up or whatever. Then you've got these things. Shift and click to improve. Huh? Okay. Oh, is that what these do? The hell was that? Careful. Bastard heart attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there. That must be it. Must be the new thing. So it's this. So you get that one. And then when you get 10 points, you can go into one of the other ones. Right, okay. Okay. Right, so okay, I think my skinning then is maxed at the skill level it's at. I don't think it goes any higher than what I've already got. My herbalism can do though, obviously. I wonder if am I auto tracking them now, or have I got to turn it on? Reach 25 in Kazargar herbalism to begin specialization. Right, okay. Does it track my shift mode though? Oops. to find out, I suppose. Is that a herb? That's a herb. There's a herb there. See if this herb can be collected.
It's too far away.
Lovely. Right, okay, I need to go and deposit some stuff in the guild bank, in the bank though, because far too much of this fucking shit. I think they've taken that part out where you need to, because you used to still have 3 or 4 levels per expansion. You'd level it up through your levels. Up to like expert or whatever it were. But I don't think they've got that anymore. I think they've just put a skill cap, a skill level on it. Where the fuck are the guards? Yo, guard, you. 81 elite.
The coreway must be protected.
What am I looking for here? That. Fuck. Oh! Someone's riding a big fucking spider. Jesus Christ.
My directive is to serve you.
Okay. That one's soulbound anyway, so we can't do anything with that one, okay. That's warbound. How about plus the mining skill? Where the hell have I got that? I've never had mining on this character. That's classed as a crafting reagent? Really? Okay. Apparently this thing's a crafting reagent. I'm pretty sure I got some of this last night from one of the delves. But use it to create Valor Stones. It is soulbound though, so you can't sell that shit anyway. Is there anything else on here that's soulbound? Or warbound, whatever it's called. No. In fact. So it's that one, and that one is soulbound, and that one's warbound. Rest are all just reagents. I wonder if that's enough space.
My directive has
Might got a bank.
The coreway must be protected.
Bank's in here, okay.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Oh my god, it's a shit show. Hang about. No, I ain't gonna put it in there. That's fine. No. No, I know. I know. Ah! Ah! Horrible, horrible things. That should be enough. Freed it up a little bit. These are all going to need fucking... That's all going to need shifting. Oh, good grief. If any of this stuff actually sells, I'll be fucking amazed. If it comes back, I'm just going to vendor it. I just want to get rid of it. Frickety fraggle. Oh my lord. How do I keep getting all these mining things? Right, there, herbs. Put those over there. Let's borrow something for cooking. Put that near the middle. Don't know why we've got fucking mining, I really don't. Keep all that stuff here for the time being. Right. Jesus. You're back. Welcome back, wee man. I just took a little break and just aired out the room a little bit. I'm just sorting out my professions. Because I've just unlearned leatherworking. So I don't know why I had that on a class that doesn't even wear leather in the first place. and I've now given him herbalism. So he's got herbalism and skinning. So he's going to go for like double gathering professions. I'll probably sell some of it on the auction house, and then the rest of it I'll dump into Guild Bank if I get excess and stuff. And then I'm going to try and sort my characters' professions out as they reach the new expansion later. Brett, do you know about the new expansions? The new professions at all? Do they have a skill cap, or is it just what I've already reached? Is it 100 or 105? Is it just that? Because when I went to the skinning trainer, I couldn't learn like another level. Because used to be you had 3 or 4 levels on your profession. So you had like, I don't know, like novice, apprentice, something else, journeyman I think, and then expert or something like that. Just that, it's just this, Charlie. Thank you, buddy. I weren't sure because I got 105 and I'm like, how the hell do I learn the next fucking level? I couldn't tell. I know you've got this thing now, so you've got these specializations. So it looks like it's these. Choose specialization to unlock. I've already chose one. I think that is. Because I've chose one in all of those, and it looks like you've got these 40 points down here. And then you can, I'm guessing you can only unlock one of these, or maybe you can unlock both, I don't know. Instead of diddling with 200, 300, 400, there are now specs in profs. So they've changed it this way instead. Right, okay, you can have it all. Oh, right, that's good, okay. So they made it where you can specialise, but you can become like, basically like a fucking grandmaster of skinning. Mr. fucking Slice and Dice, or fucking Wargans. You can have it all, but it takes ages. I'm okay with that, buddy. I mean, World of Warcraft for me is a game for life. I've been playing it 14 years. I don't mind. I've got time to spend and devote to it. I love the game. I'm just glad my community bought it for me. They bought me the game and bought me a year's game time, bless them. They are exceptional people. Nothing quite like them I've seen in my life. Not for a smaller content creator like me as well, who's got like just 1,500 subs, and that was only this year.
I have an extended supply of
Right, let me sell all this old shit. If this stuff sells, I'll be fucking amazed. I'll actually be amazed. Okay. I don't care what it sells for, I just want it out of my fucking bank. If it comes back, I'm getting rid of it. There is... Yeah, I know about add-ons. I don't use add-ons. I don't use any add-ons. I used to use add-ons back in Castle Nothria. I did have Wii Chorus and Deadly Boss mods, but I'm going to be doing this raid 2 without add-ons. I don't like having them. Having to update fucking 10 add-ons every week, it is one of the banes of this game. I wish personally they'd remove add-ons from the game, and Blizzard make their own add-ons part of the base game. So like have an auctioneer add-on, but make it part of the base World of Warcraft. I'd rather they do that. If they release it on console, which is looking more and more likely, especially from what my source told me, it looks like Phil Spencer's going to make them do it after the World Soul Saga. So it looks like after that we might be getting an influx of about 7 to 8 million players from console, which I would love. I think that'd be great. More players, better game. It's an MMO. It's supposed to be big, not small. I truly do get your point. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just like the thing as well. Some add-ons can crash your game. I installed details other ages for damage meters, so I could kind of check my own damage, and it crashed my game. All my UI got fucked up, so I had to uninstall it. My bro's playing on GeForce now. You mean the graphics card? I'm on GeForce graphics card. I've got 4080? 4080? Is 40 the new series? The cloud gaming. What, he's playing World of Warcraft through the cloud? What you mean like oh, it's not Shadow Play, is it? I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Yet perilous creatures. When their numbers surge,
Bloody hell.
honey production halts, triggering extreme aggression instead.
Where's this fucking herb at? About what? Up, down, up, down. That's mining. Huh? Is it in the fucking cave? It's in the cave. Don't mind me, I'm just stealing your herb. Yahtzee. He got thiefed. Right, let's go kill some more of these elite fucking bees. After we killed that fucking delve boss, these bees aren't no problem. That delve boss were a pain in my ass. When it's grey under the map, it means it's underground. Is that what that means? I just thought grey meant you weren't on the same level as it. Depends also on your UI. Well, yeah, there's that many fucking UIs out there. I'll tell you something, I looked at one guy's UI once, and I swear to God I was getting seasickness looking at his fucking UI. It was all over the place. How the fuck he can tell what's going off on his screen, I've got no fucking idea. Think about these aren't part of the thing, are they? They're in the area, sort of. We've got wolves. There's some bees there.
I need to get closer.
Get off the fucking mount for a start. Oh fuck, who pulled the goddamn pack of bees? Oh, you bastard. Oh, you pulled a drone. I thought it were a fucking knight, I'm gonna say. Not my guess muscle. Jesus. Jesus of the Beezus. There's a forager, we'll have him. Get the fuck over here, you and your 6 million health. Get through that shield. Hang about, what's it aggroed? Oh, what the fuck? Flee for your life! Every Worgen for himself! I aggroed 9 million on him. What the fuck was that? No. What? Has that got like a call for help or something, that ad? Holy shit. 1, yes. I can take possibly 2. Fucking 9? Absolutely fucking not. 9 fucking elites. That was some sketchy shit. Misty, shut the fuck up. Also calling that some BS. No, Missy's just been fucking annoying. She's a greedy bitch. It's been fed like fucking twice already. It's a bunch of them there. Yeah, but I only tagged the one in the middle, the Sunday Forager, but then this pack here and this pack here all came charging. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what happened? I mean, it doesn't help that being... How do I get rid of that? Which one's that? Where do I see it? That's not that one. Fuck. I want that one at the middle of my screen. That one. Get that in the middle of my screen. Yeah, it's distracting as fuck. I don't like that being there. That's also a group quest. No, it's just a world quest. You can solo these. I've soloed Elite World Quest for fucking ages. The hardest ones were in, funny enough, Wards of Draenor. Wards of Draenor were a fucking terrible expansion. That Elite area there were fucking no joke. They've got 2 mil. He's got 6. Can we take you? He's being chased by 2 big blobs. We've got a drone here. If I pull you, you will not be mean and aggro other people. Do not aggro them, do not aggro them, do not aggro them. What the oh fucking hell, I thought RB then, it was that fucking dickhead horde on his fucking mount. Scared the crap out of me. I thought, what the fuck? I'm about to get clotheslined by a bee. Came out of nowhere. Watching it here, I forgot I was cooking rice and now have fried rice. I apologise, I'm sorry. I'm not normally so entertaining. World of Warcraft brings out the best in me. Also the worst if someone fucking does something really stupid. Like, example is, give me your example, Charlotte, of the stupidest thing you've ever seen in World of Warcraft. And bear in mind, this can go back as far as you want, so it could go back to a time before there were guides. But give me the stupidest thing you think you've seen. I need to get some food. Catch you later. Have a good strafe, buddy. Take care. I'll see you a bit later, my brother. Taking up engineering as a profession? Oh god, I've got way worse than that one. So brace yourself for this. This will blow your fucking mind. So I don't know when you started playing the game, but I've been playing the game since vanilla. I got the game about 2.5 months after the game came out in vanilla. Started playing since day one, and when Vanilla Classic came out, I briefly played it with some of my community. We were leveling. But Vanilla Classic, or were it actually retail and we were just starting new characters? It might have been retail and we're starting new characters. And we were wolves. We were wolves. We were wolves. Elite wolves. We were. I'm a wolf. Shouldn't they be my friend? But we're wolves. We can be friends. I was in Stranglethorn Vale. I was in there with 2 guild members. We were just doing some quests. I think it were in retail, which leveling new characters. And this guy had levelled from level 1 to level 36 as a rep paladin, and he was playing. I don't know if you can do it anymore. Can you even do it anymore? He was playing with this and clicking the abilities and seeing half his screen. And he's like, God, this is so annoying to click my abilities with the skill book open. And we're like, it was in general chat, and I was like, what? Like, what do you mean with the skill book open? Like, pull them onto your bar. And he's like, how do you do that? I'm like, do you realise there's like 9 million guides out there on the internet, both written and video? It's like, you never thought about looking at one? The game's been out 20 fucking years. So he'd been clicking his abilities on here, and then it got worse. In fact, it might not have been retail, because he had to, you had to buy your skills from a trainer. He'd only got, I think, 2 or 3 skills on his character. So he'd not gone back to his trainer and bought any skills, or even knew about the trainer. So he'd levelled from 1 to 36 with 2 abilities and auto attack. And I was like, that's impressive in itself. that is endured to do that with that few abilities. Because that must have been fucking annoying. I was like, what? When it was told me, I think my brain was like dribbling out of my ear because of the IQ loss I just took from hearing it. I'm a guiding well. You would not believe how many people do it that way. It's so fucking weird, dude. I mean, can you imagine if you were trying to raid and you had half your screen covered by your spells and abilities? I mean, what if an ability comes from this side? You can only see half your character. I'd freak out. That's obviously a soul there that's lived a sheltered fucking life. It's gotta be. Seen you come a tanking in cloth, and he said it looks better that way. That was actually quite good. I look better in cloth, so I'm tanking this way. Never mind the armor dip, so I might get fucking two-shot by a boss. But fucking tanking in cloth. We did have a tank in. It was more of an off tank though, because this was in vanilla, and we had a tank called Arpo, and Arpo used to tank in part leather, and even the guildmaster brought it up to him and said, "Why are you tanking leather?" He said, "Well, it's a DPS loss if I tank in the plate version." It goes, "This leather with the stats on it actually makes me do more DPS than the plate equivalent." And he goes, "Bear in mind, because I'm only like your 4th or 5th tank in rotation. Back then, you used to have like 8 tanks, so." He weren't ever the main or secondary tank, but it's like, yeah, but you've got like 6 leather pieces on. You're taking a massive armor dip, which means you're going to be taking more damage, which means it's going to be harder to keep you alive. She could not get the difference. Oh god, you hate to see it. That's why I've said in our guild here, anyone can join the guild because it's my community guild from YouTube. It's built on my community. A lot of these people are my friends. You ain't got to be active. If you're not active, you just remain the casual spook rank. The raider rank is for the more active players. They get like priority on raid spots and stuff. But as for... What's up with you? What? What do you want? What?
I've just fed her, so don't listen to her.
Well, she's not. She's just ear molesting my arm. What are you doing? Are you watching that little bee? She wants the bee that's on the screen. Are you seeing that cinder bee? Do you want to eat him? Is he your type? No? Oh, a bumpsy. Bloody hell. Strong bumpsies from you. Other one was Prop Paladin having enchants in weapon, in saying he needs it for better healing while tanking. Yes, now that one, I think that one more commonplace. I have seen something like that when we had a rogue who said he wants his character to be smarter, so he put intellect enchants on his gear, and I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean you want to be smarter? Like, it doesn't make him any more smarter. You're the guy behind the keyboard, you fucking snack shack. Like, what do you think he's gonna do? Oh, there were some. Back in the day, there were some beautiful things to fucking witness, and it's like, are these people real? These actual real people saying these real things? What's up with you? What are you doing? What are you up to? Hey, what are you doing, you? Cool. Ah! Play one-handed! I've got a kitten in one hand! Kitten! You evil bastard! Stop putting that goop! Misty, tell the goop. Tell the goop lord. What am I attacking here? Why is this thing not dying? How much health have you got? What the fuck? Let's move out of that. It's not helping. Kill. Bees. What health is this got? Why ain't it dying? Have you got like a heal thing or something going on? What is this? Oh, what the fuck are going on there? That was weird. What times I would even get it because it mattered for Palos, but after Carter, not anymore. You EU or US servers? I'm EU, buddy. EU. We are EU, but I've got friends who play on US, and I've got friends who've actually made characters on the EU server from the US. Like Jamie, who's going to be my main tank this raid tier. Jamie is from the US, and he's made a Death Knight over here to come and tank for us. When we're getting ourselves raiding. We just need a few more peeps to be leveled up, and then we're good to go. We should shit this, though. After doing fucking Castle Nafria, no fucking problem. Fucking Shadowlands raids were so fucking overtuned. So doing that in normal and heroic, that were fucking nothing. Stone Legion Generals and Denafrius on fucking heroic. I like these bosses on fucking mythic. So we're gonna get ahead of the curve quite easily, I imagine. And then it's just a matter of working our way into mythic, but we need 20 people for that. So that'll revolve on me doing some recruiting. I prefer raids. I hate mythic plus with a passion. You've got to bear in mind I come from retail, where I like dungeons before they had a timer. I don't like a timer on dungeons. This is an open world MMO. I want to be able to take my time. I don't want to be forced to rush. That's why I like the delve system better. I wish they'd put the delve system into Mythic Plus and make it where instead of having a timer, you've got lives. So you've say got 5 lives per player, and then it can decrease the higher the Mythic key. So if you're doing like a Mythic 20, maybe you've only got 3 lives per player, but it goes into like a pool rather than like individually per player. And then if you run out of lives, that person can't be revived, or at least unless you kill the last boss. Delve's the freaking best thing that happened to our Delve's amazing. I did Delves last night, as it says on the stream title. I soloed tier 2 to tier 6 by myself. The last boss was a bit challenging, did kill me twice. First time it killed me at reset, second time it killed me I being able to hit my soulstone. And it only had 4% health left, so I killed it. And I did that by myself. I think I need a bit more gear to do tier 7 by myself. But if Delves can be soloed, I will find a way to solo them. But this is also going to be my first expansion. Not raid leading, but raiding as DPS. Because I normally play tank. But tank and raid leading is really hard. Because you've got the tank mechanics on top of the regular mechanics. And it's a bit much of a ball ache. I don't like it. So I'm going to be trying range DPS. I like my Warlock. My Warlock's good. Elemental Shaman I tried. It's got too many fucking abilities. Don't like it. It's too cluttered. So I'm going to try enhancement with that. But I've got melee classes I can play as a backup, just in case. And I'm going to look at some more range classes like Shadow Priest, Mage, and maybe Hunter. Fully depends on class, to be fair. I mean, maybe it does, yeah. Obviously, some classes are stronger than others, some specs are stronger than others. But from what I experienced in the Delves were, even that boss with 30 million health, I was in Questing Greens. My item level was like 540. I had no purples on me at the time. So, I could kill the boss. You had no time limit. There was no enrage, as far as I'm aware. And I didn't really have too much difficulty with it. It's a matter of just do the mechanics right. Don't stand in shit you shouldn't be studying. It's like Zekvia. Zekvia, I'm probably going to solo Zekvia once I've done a tier 7 delve. I'm going to go and solo him. You only need like probably 540, 550 item level to beat that guy. Maybe 560 at a push. All you've got to do is the mechanics. You do the mechanics right on Zekvia, not a problem. The people who die to it is because they don't know the mechanics. Just do the mechanics right and you'll be fine. How properly can easily done 600 level on all 11s? Probably can. I've got a my paladin was prot in Nathria. I was main tank. All reason I'm stopping tanking, not because I don't enjoy it, I do enjoy tanking, but I can't tank and raid lead. And if I have to choose between tanking and raid leading, I'd rather raid lead. because then I can help out people as they join. Some of the people joining this game are new to the game completely, and some of them are just aren't that confident in the skills on World of Warcraft. And I'm the kind of guild master that's going to help them out. I'm not going to belittle them and run them down. I'll help them out, find them a spec they gel with, a character they gel with, and get them running. That's the idea. As I said, a lot of these people are my friends from YouTube, they're my community. So we're not running it like an atypical guild. Where like, oh, if you don't do this, you're out. He got big. What the fuck? I don't need help killing these. These ain't shit. As long as you don't get fucking Torm on you. I think that is the beauty of Delves. All those mechanics and interrupts and things like that. Yeah, Delves is like largely like the Kivessa fight. The Kivessa fight in the raids, it's the second phase where you're basically dodging most of their mechanics. It's all personal play. What? He can shoot me and I can't shoot him. Shoot the bee. Because I weren't in range when I was in, well, sorry, not in range, because I weren't in line of sight when he was shooting me, the bee managed to kill me rather than me kill him. I got cheated out of that kill there. That's fucking bullshit. So he's able to shoot me, but I can't shoot him? If he's got line of sight to me, I've got line of sight to him. That's how line of sight works. That's some bullshit, Blizzard. Wonder what we'll do with Delve in long run. I hope it won't become Torghast. No, but example is though, right? The thing with Torghast is, Torghast was a really, really good idea, and Torghast could have become it could have been really good, and they could keep it in the game, even go back at some point and update it. But they need to not make it Torghast. The problem is they tied Torghast to your legendaries. That's where they made the mistake. It should have been, here's an alternate way you can go and earn some gear. You can go down the higher levels of Torghast. You can solo it as well on any spec or class. You can get gear just like you can in Delves. That's what Torghast should have been. Delves are what Torghast should have been. And again, in Torghast you only had so many lives. It wasn't time-based, it was life-based. It was based on how many lives you'd got. So Torghast, I'm quite happy for them to go back and redo it. Like, one thing me and my friend Matrix are looking forward to, one of my officers, we're looking forward to Brawlers Guild coming back. They're bringing back Brawlers Guild, I think, either later this expansion or in Midnight. Brawlers Guild should never have been removed. Brawlers Guild was so much fucking fun. I loved Brawlers Guild. And again, you went in 1v1 versus a boss. You could call in more players on certain encounters if you wanted help. But all the bosses in the Brawlers Guild are designed to be soloed. And then as you go up the ranks in Brawlers Guild, you can buy top level gear. That Zeskara Vaults was fun for a few weeks. It's just, they had a good idea, and they fucked it up by making it mandatory. That's the only thing they really did wrong. They made it mandatory, and they shouldn't have made it mandatory. Fucking hell. Actually. Fucking hell. Why was I taking so much damage there? It seemed like a large amount of damage to be taken. Probably too many mobs there, because they're all elites, aren't they? Call the Hive. Shit! Oh, he has got an ability, and I ain't got a fucking interrupt on this without my pet. Speaking of that, I ain't got a pet. Where's my pet? Oh, he died, didn't he? With a thing. Fuck! I've just realised he has got an ability called Call the Hive. He has. He has. He has one. Did I aggro wolf? No. Right, so don't piss off the foragers when they're near other bees. Because they'd be asking for help. Oh, yeah. I'm out of food. Flux capacitor. How you like the new raid? I haven't started the new raid yet. I watched the Race to World first, so I know the mechanics. I know what's happening. I haven't started the raid yet. I'm going to start it with my guild. I don't do pugs. I can't stand pugs. Pugs are something I wish they would remove from the game personally. Pugs are 90% idiot and fucking 5% okay and 5% know what they're doing. When we're going to, though, we'll probably slap it. I don't think we'll have any trouble. I said if we can do heroic fucking Casanafria, this raid on fucking normal and heroic shouldn't be too much of a trouble. Forgot about the toxic percent. The toxic percent's in that 90%. They're mixed in. They're not all toxic, some are just fucking retards. But the reason people pug when they're toxic, that's the reason they're generally not in a guild. Because they're just an unpleasant arsehole to be around. But most of the toxic players are usually Mythic Plus, which is another one of the reasons I don't do the Mythic Plus soon. But I mainly don't do it because I don't like the fact there's a timer. I don't want a game telling me, you've got to do it in this amount of time. How about, I pay for the game, I'll do it when I'm good and fucking ready. That's what I'd fucking say to that. I hate that Blizzard put a timer on dungeons. The worst thing they've ever done. If I could go back in history and tell them not to do it and say, right, put in a lives instead, an amount of lives, like you do for delves, do that instead. So much a better idea. I cannot stand having a fucking timer. Because at the end of the day, one of the ways you won't make a timer is if you wipe. So if you give them so many lives and make it really hard, like you could say for like MDI players, you could say, right, you've only got 2 lives each. So you've got 10 lives on the entire team. So you can afford for each player to die twice and they can be revived. If somebody dies a 11th time, they can't be revived. And basically they're not completing that dungeon. But then again, if you've died 10 times anyway, you're probably also not going to complete the dungeon. Well, if there's not a time anyway. I suppose MDI did work it differently. They could then do it basically like, how many lives have you got left? And then for the MDI they could maybe they could time the run, but there not be a timer actually in the dungeon. And it's because basically what they've done is they've added the tournament mechanic to every dungeon. This Mythic Plus. And it's like, well, not everyone's an MDI player. So, how about you take that shit out and chuck it the fuck away like a piece of toilet paper, like it belongs. Fucking cannot stand Mythic fucking Plus. And it's just made the player base so much more toxic. The most toxic people in this game are from Mythic Plus, hands down. Raiders aren't generally toxic. Some can be for like your mythic guilds and stuff like that. Sometimes can be assholes. But if they're in a guild and they're toxic, either they'll get kicked from the guild, or if they run the guild, people leave the guild. Because they won't be around some toxic, try-hard asshole. You don't come into a game like this to take people's shit. I kind of do get your point. I am 24/7 Mythic Plus main dude. By any means is not perfect. The Mythic Zero should give variants. The not timed one. They should just have the timer removed. There's a better way to do it. One of the things that I've said as well is the affixes are shit. Because all the affixes do is increase trash and boss health and damage. That's all they do. Right? Now, we were talking about this recently on a stream. Yeah, but they've got new affixes. They've got these new ones, these like Zalatath's Bargain and all this crap. Basically, it's another affix. It's just is it Ballstring or whatever it's called? Ballstring, the other one. But they've made it now where it's kind of stupid. But it's probably better than some of the old affixes. But it's like, well, we need this to make the game harder. But they focus on making trash packs harder. Who cares about trash? No one cares about trash in a raid or a dungeon. So why focus on making the trash harder? Just make the bosses harder. So why don't they have it where the bosses get, say, an extra mechanic every, say, 5 keys? So I don't know, say the 5th key, whatever it is these days equivalent of, they get a extra mechanic. So if they've normally got 3, they get 4. If there's 4 on the boss, on the last boss, they get 5. And then say a 10 key, they get another ability. At a 15 key, they get another mechanic. And at 20, they get their final mechanic. And then from that point forward, you've got a boss that might have, say, like 8 or 9 mechanics. Then you've got as many mechanics as some raid bosses. That would be a better way to make them harder, more interesting. And they could have the mechanics rotate each week or every few weeks, so they get different mechanics. It's not the same 4 or 5 or 6 mechanics. They get different ones. So you might have one the previous week that was an explosion and melee range. Then this week they've got one where it's a chain lightning for the range classes. But then they might have the chain lightning at some point with the explosion that overlap. And it's like, fuck, how do we deal with this? Right, you've got to pop your cooldowns at a certain time. And it'd make players think more. But it'd be better, it'd make more skillful players if they haven't got to rush to a timer. If they had lives would then make them more cautious about how they play. They wouldn't play like, oh, I've got to do biggest numbers, I've got to do big dick. Oh wait, I'm dead because I stood in this shit. That's because you're a wank player. It's because you're studying something you're supposed to be standing in. But when you rush, you make mistakes. But you've got to rush when there's a timer. If you take the timer out of the equation and make it more about skill, then players are like, right, we've got 3 lives apiece, boys. So we can't die more than 3 times apiece. If we die more than that, we're basically fucked. Unless we're last boss and we're going to kill it at that point in time. So you change the mentality of the players by thinking, right, let's do this instead. So then people take a more cautious approach. You haven't got to fucking pull 5 packs in one go and wipe like an absolute retard. Such an interesting idea, new mechanics. Have you done a forum post about it? I have not done a forum post about it, no. I probably should do, to be fair. I'm like that on my palette. I look at DPS meters, not that much is happening on the screen overall. I don't care about DPS meters, I'll be honest with you. The only time I want DPS meters was to check my own damage. more so than other people's. The only time you need it on other people is if it's a really heavily tight DPS fight, like Sludgefist was in Nathria, like Kivessa is in this. But Kivessa is also mechanically challenging. Her second phase is mechanically brutal because it's all personal play. Anyone that's not good at their personal play will die on that fight. It's personal play fight. If you die to it, all the mechanics in it are pretty much a one-shot. So it's not somebody else's fault. What the fuck is happening here? There's a war. There's a bumblebee war! Let's join the war. Fucking hell, they're murdering him. Are these guys all fucking super geared? Fucking hell, they've got fucking narrow out. They brought the big guns. That's some clippage for later as well. Let me put that 118. This bee's beating me while I'm writing down something. How inconsiderate, bee! You not see me writing something, you flying honey-based fucker? I was writing something. I was essentially AFK on the keyboard. Yes! I ain't gonna kill any more bees! Ah! At least until next week. Duties? Who's got duties? Well, if you do say 1.9 million DPS and the other peeps do 2.2 million DPS, overall you get roasted, that's a thing. But yeah, that is the Mythic Plus mentality that you mentioned. Yeah, it is, yeah. Well, obviously, if you not have a timer, it doesn't matter that somebody else is doing less DPS. What matters is, have you got enough DPS to kill the boss? That's it. Not have you got enough DPS to kill the boss in time, have you got enough DPS to kill the boss? And dungeon bosses are like raid bosses. They don't have tight DPS checks, they've not got tight and rage mechanics. They haven't got that problem. Dungeon bosses always die. You just basically need to not have to rush about that. But if they put in more mechanics on the bosses, rather than it being about let's buff the trash and buff the ads, I'd rather they leave the ads. If the ads say reach their maximum difficulty at Mythic 0, leave the ads at that level. The ads shouldn't be anything, they're trash. They're called trash for a reason. Trash is something you throw away. You know, it shouldn't be about making the trash packs harder. Make the bosses harder. Give them more health, more damage, and then give them more mechanics for every 5 keys. Give them a new mechanic, every one. So by the time you get to 20, they've got 4 mechanics. If they start with 4, they've got 8 mechanics. So they've got the 4 mechanics they'll always have for being that boss, and then they can have 4 rotating mechanics that change, say, either every week or bi-weekly or whatever it is. And they can do it where they change the mechanics out. And they might sometimes get a really nasty combination of where they get, like, I don't know, say, 3 melee mechanics and 1 range mechanic. And they might proc 2 of them at the same time. You'll be like, ah, what do we do? And it's like, now you've got to use your brain and not be a fucking moron. But you ain't got to worry about a timer. You've just got to think it out. You've got to become a strategist. You've got to think. You've got to be a proper fucking World of Warcraft player. Not one of these, I know, let's race to the finish like I'm fucking Mario or Sonic. It's like, are we playing those games? No, we're playing World of Warcraft. So why is there a fucking timer? You want a timer? Go and do fucking skywriting bollocks. That should have a timer because it's a race. Mythic Plus is not a race. It's a dungeon.
I have calibrated my
Dungeons don't get timers. That's not how they work. Back in the day, there was rage mechanics in plenty of occasions. I think I replaced it with a timer. I played since vanilla. There was never rage mechanics. There was never rage. There was never timers. There was never anything like that. They brought heroic dungeons in Burning Crusade. They didn't have anything like that. All heroic dungeons did. Heroic dungeons were really cool. Heroic dungeons gave all the bosses, funnily enough, 1 more mechanic. As I mentioned about mechanics. So all the bosses got a new mechanic. They got a heroic mechanic. Every boss in the dungeon. And they buffed up all the bosses and mobs' health. And then the bosses got a new loot pool. Because all the bosses got dialed up to the max level. So at the time in Burning Crusade, it was level 70. So all the bosses got the chance to drop some epic items. They had like 2 or 3 epic items on their loot pools, with the majority being on the last boss of the particular dungeon. And they basically made them harder in that way, one mechanically, one with some more health and damage. But they had no timer. There was no timer involved. And that's what made Heroics quite appealing, quite good. Plus it made all the low-level dungeons scale up to max level. So you could go back and do some of the older dungeons that were like, say it was like a 62 to a 65 dungeon. That would then become a level 70 dungeon at Heroic. And the bosses would all get a new mechanic and way more health and damage. And that's what made it cool. And they did the same thing in Lich King as well. And then they started to bring a Mythic Plus, I think, in Legion. And that's where it all went to shit. All went down the fucking toilet like a fucking ogre-sized shit. And it's never come back up since. Well, to be fair, the shit probably shouldn't come back up. That'd be disgusting. But the other stuff, yeah. Ooh! We got a restored coffer key! Ooh, an item. Ooh. Juicy. What have we got? Feet. We've got a feats item. I've got my 3rd purple. Ooh, that's a big upgrade. I've going from 525 to 584. Damn! I just got 4 item levels from 1 item. I went from 545 to 549 with 1 item. That's disgusting. Holy shit. I think they replaced the oh, yeah, sorry, that was back the finger, wasn't it? Back in the day. About the back in the day. So now I've got a restored coffer key, though. It means I can do a bountiful delve. It means I can be a dirty delver. I like being a dirty delver. Delves are fucking awesome. You see that there where it says restored coffer key 1? Is that saying I need the restored coffer key, which I know? Or is it saying it's going to give me another restored coffer key? Because I did one of those last night and I didn't get a coffer key. This one needs unlocking. I've got to complete 3 world quests in Hellfall. Okay. Eight tier you need? I'm up to tier 7. I unlocked tier 7 last night because I did tier 6. So I've got to do a tier 7. But I think I'll need more gear for tier 7. Because the 30 million health boss at the end of tier 6 was approaching my upper limits of my gear. So I'll probably need a bit more gear beforehand. Because the tier 6 was designed for 587 gear. And as you can see, I'm 549 item level. The last night when I killed that boss, I was 541. I was 541 and the boss was designed for 587 minimum. And I'm there fucking soloing him. And Bran healing. Going, don't stand in that, champion! I'm like, I can see, Bran. I know what to stand in it, you prat. Been dodging mechanics before fucking Bran were created.
Orders, Commander. For the Alliance.
To be fair, I like watching you want to go together. I can help you out with that, to be fair. Well, I'm happy to do that. I'm not going to one right now. I do need to do some levelling on my other characters. But there is something I wanted to do before first. That was it. I need to look at the vault thing with jigga. Vault's in here, right? Or is it in there? Which one's got the vault in it? This is the upgrader guy. You know, with this upgrader guy, is it worth upgrading items like this, or should I just save them to upgrade like the raiding gear? I'm assuming raiding gear can be upgraded, can't it? Or is raiding gear like not upgradable? Is it just like non-raid stuff? Depends, to be fair. Because like it tells me I can upgrade this, so I can upgrade this to tier 3. But it costs 100 of Valor Stones and then 15 or whatever the fuck that other one is. 15 Weathered Harbinger Crests. And it takes it from 580 to 590. I mean, you don't get massive boost on it, to be fair.
Fair skies and strong winds.
See, you can get basically 584 gear from fucking World Quests. That's a bit disgusting. I'm assuming there's only one of these in each area, right? I can't even see the ones in that area. Maybe there's no World Quest in that area. That gives me a 564 item right off the bat there. That might not have one either. Is it only in certain areas then they have those? Those purple ones, the one that I just did? Because like that has one. There. But I've got to do 3 of the world quests in the area. If you'll be jumping to looting champion or hero soonish, then you won't waste those Valor Stones. It's a 2 per week. Those big ones. Oh, there's only 2 of these in a week. Right, okay. Okay, thank you. So there's 4 bountiful delves you can do in a week, and there's 2 of those. Right, okay. I'm going to say, I wondered why I were only seeing 2 of them around. I'm like, have I got to unlock the other ones? Have I got to do like some world quests there to get it to like proc? So there's 2, and I'm guessing it'll be random between the 4 areas. Assuming there are already world quests even in Ashkahet. Because I couldn't even see any. Because now I've done that, that's gone up to 6 out of 8. So if I do 2 more of those, because it's delves or world activities, and that's going to be 600 item level, and get to 606. I need to get that to tier 4. One thing I am glad about, I don't know if you've seen it, Charlie, have you seen how you can invite people from other realms into your guild and other factions? I've got Horde players in my guild. So you no longer need to faction transfer or realm transfer, unless you want to do like outdoor quests for the players. Outdoor stuff. But if you queue up into like a delve or a pre-made team, you can play with Horde friends. That's so cool. Because like my friend here's got his like 14,000 achievement paladin. He's invited him into the guild. Now I've played the game 14 years. I've missed out about 10 years of the game. If I'd have been playing, I could have been a lot higher on my main. My main was my warrior. 9,000 achievements. Could have got a lot on that. But it's good that they've all got a place to call home. They're all just inviting the characters from various factions, various servers, getting them all in. I love it. It's so good. Whoever came up with that idea at Blizzard, nothing is short of a fucking genius. An absolute genius. The Horde Alliance should have stopped fighting a long time ago. It's like you're fighting to protect the same world. Fighting amongst yourselves, you're fucking nothing short of idiots. I need a food vendor person.
I need to get closer.
Guard. Where is the inn? Is that it in there?
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
What have I got on health?
My thanks for your patronage.
That'll do.
Return and peruse my inventory again.
I used to be guilded, but all stuff went into the way, unfortunately. Just did now. That world track 8 out of 8 for delves. When you do tier 8, it gives you the highest item possible. Best way to gear up if you're not a fan of Mythic Plus. As I said, I'm pretty much going to avoid the Mythic Plus. I might do normal and heroics, and I might do Mythic 0, because as I understand it, Mythic 0 doesn't have a timer. But I'm not sure what item level gear Mythic 0 gives you. I have mail. Holy shit. Stuff sold. Nice. Mythic 0 gives you 593 veteran track gear. Ain't 593 the same as normal raid gear? Apart from the last 2 bosses?
My directive is to serve you. Return and peruse my image.
If you can upgrade that to 608, I'm not mistaken, normal gives champion gear 603. 597 on the early bosses. So normal's only 4 item levels higher than a Mythic 0. Mythic 0s are a joke by comparison. Why is the raid gear only giving you 4 item levels more? For a start, you need at least 10 people to do a raid. You only need 5 for a dungeon. How the fuck does that make sense? Mythic 0 is not hard. That is the thing. Yeah, I know it's not hard, but what I'm saying is your normal raid is harder than your Mythic 0s. And you need double the number of players, minimum, to be able to do a normal raid. But the Mythic 0, you get almost the same quality gear as a normal raid. That doesn't seem fair. Mythic... normal raid gives you champion track, Mythic 0 gives you veteran track. Yeah, but it's only 4 item levels difference. 4 item levels in terms of your stats isn't going to be that much. You can't upgrade that high. Oh, can you upgrade the champion track gear more? Veteran can be upgraded to 608 max. Oh, 619. So you can pretty much upgrade normal to heroic gear. Like what heroic gear starts at, I mean, obviously. Because heroic gear comes to be then upgraded even further. Right, okay. Well, I'll probably do some Mythic Zeros. I won't be opposed to the Mythic Zeros, because if I haven't got a timer and ain't got any affix crap, I think I'll be fine. I'll be able to enjoy it rather than having to, you know, be like, why is this even in the game? But I really think Blizzard need to incorporate what they've done with Delves into Mythic Zero. I do. Get rid of the timer and put in a lives counter. And give the people in the dungeon so many lives. And then they've got to take it more carefully. Not so much with the trash, but with the bosses. Especially if they incorporate more mechanics per boss. If they give the bosses rotating mechanics. That'd make much better players in World of Warcraft as well. Because then they'll be like, right, well, now you've got 6 mechanics to deal with, or 8 mechanics to deal with. How are you going to deal with that? You've got to be careful. You've only got fucking 10 lives between fucking 5 of you. The last one, myth track, is 639. Yeah, I know it goes up pretty high. I saw some of the world first raiders were in. I was soloing tier 6 delves though transit last night on my Dirty Warlock. I was soloing them in 541 gear. And it was designed for 587. I killed a 30 million health boss. I absolutely bummed it. In all the fun ways. Absolute gamer right there. To say, dude, that I've not played Warlock at max level ever, and I've not played Warlock since Ward of Draenor? Yeah, I've adapted to it very quickly. But see, I like Warlock. It's not too cluttered with abilities. Elemental Shaman, far too fucking cluttered with abilities. I can't stand it. Fucking Elemental Shaman is ass. It's just got too many abilities for me to be able to enjoy the class. It might be a strong class, I don't know. But I can't play with that much bullshit abilities. There's just too much crap on your bars. T8 that you want like 602, weird. I think the requirement is ideal for people who are potentially brand new to a class. What do you mean the requirement? What do you mean? Do you mean to like solo a delve, or do you mean if you're joining a party to one? Absolute gamer right there. It's weird how they suggested the gear requirements for those delves. Oh, okay, right, okay. Oh, so in case a new player doesn't know the class, but well, then again, I mean, alright, I'm not a new player to World of Warcraft, but I'm new to playing Warlock. I'm new to playing Affliction. I'm new to playing this expansion. I've only been playing the expansion like what, a week, if that. I've never even played Warlock before at max level. So in terms of me playing the class and the spec, I'm brand spanking new for that. I'm just not new to the game. If there was a hard cap similar to random dungeon queue, that would be pretty annoying. Ah, hello there. For people who want to do delves anyway, I hadn't touched them until the other day. Delves are awesome, dude. They absolutely crap all over Mythic Plus. Like, not even funny. They are so good. And obviously, once you've got the gear, you probably can solo up to tier 11, which I think is so cool. And that's going to be close to like heroic raid gear. So fucking good. Even if we couldn't raid, like mythic raids, which I want to be able to raid if we can get enough people in the guild, I would happily just be a dirty delver. Because they've said they're going to keep delves in even after this expansion. They're going to be like a continuing thing. Delves are so much fun. Kudos, what do you play Mythic Plus? Oh, you mean Transit? Somebody once said to me, would you play Mythic Plus if somebody put a gun to your head? I said, no, I'd take the bullet. It'd be less fucking painful.
Well done. We're in a much stronger position if we only need to defend the breach.
Play all specs, but I'm DPSing more often now because I can't do higher keys as blood, don't get invited, and can't be arsed pushing my own. That's again another thing, Transit. This is what me and Charlie have been talking about. And Charlie liked my idea of what if they got rid of the timer, added lives in like Delves have got a live counter, but rather than just buffing up the health and the damage of the bosses, what if they added in a mechanic every 5 keys? So like at a 10 key, you're adding 1 more mechanic per boss. At a 10 key adding 2, a 15 key adding 3, and a 20 key adding 4. And then, let's say whatever your bosses have normally got. If a boss has got, say, 3 mechanics, at a mythic 20, they've got 7. If a boss has normally got 4, they've got 8. They'll keep their core abilities always, and then if they add in more mechanics, and they can rotate them round. So they could have, say, a pool of, say, 12 different mechanics throughout the course of a season. And then they could rotate between those 12 and mix and match them. to make you guys think about, right, how the fuck do I beat this boss? This boss is, this week has got these extra 4 mechanics. How do we deal with them? And then at least then it won't be like, oh, you can't take that class, you've not got enough DPS to complete it in time and time it. There's no timer anymore. There's not a timer. You don't need to worry about timing it. So you don't need some meta OP spec. It's how good are you at playing that character? Can you avoid the swears and the lines? Can you not suck the boss's dick at close range? It's basically that. And that's assuming there's no enrage. If there's an enrage, just what they would put an enrage in there, make it even harder. That's for players above. Maybe what they could do is, maybe say Mythic 21, what used to be above the 20 Keystone Master. They could add in an enrage timer, where your boss has got an enrage timer of, say, 5 or 6 minutes. But even then, that's a DPS race on that particular boss as a mechanic. And even then, does the enrage immediately kill you? Or is he one-shotting your players? Because if he's on like 1 or 2% health, and he kills your tank in 1 hit, and then kills a melee DPS in 1 hit, you could still kill him with 3 players. Now 10 is a 20. I know they've changed it, but you know what I meant. What they used to be before they changed it. Oh, I got a waste at 571, but I got a waste from that world quest at 587. No! He gave me another waste! Bastard! Is that a waste as well? What's with all the wastes? Are these people like Weight Watchers? Motherfucker. Unfreaking believable. Should be seeing the big numbers. I can run my 12 to 14 main alts, keep 9s, 10s safekeeping. I think because of that they squished the numbers there is less wait time. Well, one thing I think they should do, I mentioned it the other day, I think they should do a level squish after every expansion. So have the max level cap be 60, and squish everyone down to 50. So let's say when Midnight starts, rather than leveling us from 80 to 90, squish us to 50, and let us level to 60. And then in the last Titan, squish us again down to 50, and let us level to 60. And you're always keeping the level cap as 60. And you just do the squish. Otherwise, you're going to get too many fucking levels again. I'm not leveling a character to fucking 1 to fucking 120 again. I wanted to fucking shoot myself. Level's starting to be a unnecessary thing. Leveling is unnecessary. I think personally they should have it where you could stay at max level all the time like Guild Wars. That'd be the better idea. But if people want to level, have it as an option where they can turn on leveling and level. I'd rather just be at max level. Let me do the max level content. I don't care about leveling. And if people want to do quests, they can have the quest reward more gold for doing them because you're not getting experience. Let it reward more gold and maybe give you some gear. Hello there. Yeah, yourself. Laser beam. Why does he sound like Bruce Lee? Hi! Fucking facing a goddamn ninja goddamn mushroom. Ooh. A nice casual 422k crit. Lovely. I got a crit last night on that fucking boss, that 30 million health boss. 634,000 crit in questing greens. How is that possible? How do you crit that size? in greens as a warlock? What have they done to the warlocks to make them so fucking disgusting? Three silly hours, I can't see. Gonna send a quick key and I'll be back. Good luck with your questing. Cheers, buddy! I'm just trying to do these world quests so I can lock that other one. There's another one there that I can do. Don't think I need to look versus these chumps, to be fair. Every day I'm herbing. Hey! Wasser got level 70. Congrats, brother. What am I looking for here? There's a herb around here somewhere. Is it this thing? It's there. What the hell's this thing?
It's too far away.
Well, get on the ground. Is that those big guys? It is.
I'm out of range.
How you liked Panda Remix? I didn't play Panda Remix. I wasn't playing the game then. I'm a YouTuber first. Just obviously World of Warcraft is now part of my content creation. I wasn't playing it. I'm in a bit of a financial pickle at the moment where basically I have about 9 months to get my YouTube channel to start making me the required money I need. Otherwise I'll have to stop streaming and get a part-time job. I've got enough savings to keep myself afloat. And my girlfriend is currently covering the majority of the bills so I can pursue my dream. So that's what I'm trying to do. And at that point in time, I couldn't afford to both either get World of Warcraft or a subscription. So that's my community pulled together. They bought me the expansion and a year's game time. Because they're fucking awesome. Nice, I wish you all the best with that. We're going, buddy, we're going. The shorts are doing very well. I've just started doing shorts and I pride myself on making a decent short. If my other content was all considered average or below average, my shorts aren't. My shorts can mix it up with some of the best on fucking YouTube. Easily. I can always get a quality short. And by the end of the year, there'll be hundreds of them up. There's even a World of Warcraft one going up on the 1st of November. There's more Matrix reaction than mine, because of this giant fucking spider beetle thing come out of the ground and Matrix crapped himself. We've got time anyway. 9 months is a long time. So we'll see where we're at. If I've got to stop streaming for a bit, it'll only be temporary. Until I've got enough money to where I can start doing it again. Or until my YouTubing like properly takes off where I can earn at least a part-time wage. But we'll see. We'll see. I've got a good bunch of people and the community is growing. And because of the shorts, it's actually growing quite quickly. Because the last couple of days I've gained quite a fucking lot of subscribers. More than I expected. And we're not even a week into October yet. And it's my birthday on the 10th of October. So, the right month for it to just all start going the right direction.
I need to get closer.
Oh, fuck. Burn! Die! Now here's the question I will put forward. Have I been killing these this entire time without my pet? I forgot about my imp. See, you can tell I've not played Warcraft before. I forgot about the little dickhead. You're so forgettable, Zoriap. Imps have to die quick. I think he actually died because of me. He didn't die because of him, he died because of me, because I died. I'll tell you something though, when you've not played World of Warcraft in, say, 3-4 years, you don't half realise how much you miss it when you get back on it. I have missed it. Big time. So what is your go-to game? The game I've played the most is World of Warcraft, by far. Because I played it for about 14 years. Most other games haven't lasted 14 years. So definitely played this the most. I think I've got over 300 days played on my Night Elf Warrior. And that's just one character. I think I stopped for 4 or 5 months towards the end of Cataclysm, and then I quit halfway through War of Draenor, which is easily the worst expansion they've ever made. It was fucking trash. And then I came back towards the last end of BFA. I came back to BFA for the last, I think, month, and then we went into Shadowlands. We completed Nathria in normal and heroic, and then we were having some problems in the guild because there were some people who went and made their own guild. Even though the guild fell apart, they couldn't even kill heroic Sludgefist because they're just shit players. And we managed to clear it all, and we did really good. We did good, but I've got all the good players that are loyal and that were here for me, not here to try and make their own guild and get like one boss ahead or something like that and get a little bit more prog, all stayed with me. And that's what we're here for. We're a community. People can go about and raid and do all the things they want to in the game. The only thing that I've asked is when we start raiding, keep your main character, the one you want to raid on, unsaved. So don't raid on him. If you want to go pug on an alt. Go pug on one of your other characters. Just leave your main character unsaved so we can raid with them in the guild. Because we're going to have to when we go Mythic anyway at some point. And we'll go Mythic, it just might not be this tier. It might be the next tier. I love... Shadowlands was like a reborn of WoW, I think. DF was more steroids put into the game. The problem with Shadowlands were it was too overtuned. The raids in Shadowlands were the hardest raids they've ever made. The least number of guilds got ahead of the curve in cutting edge on Jailer raid than any other raid in history. It was incredibly difficult. And the war within games look the way it should be. WoD was fun. Legendary Ring was awesome. Class trinkets, fun raids. First edition to modern kind of story-based leveling and garrisons, of course. When I say WoDs were shit and it was the worst expansion ever, and it was because it proved it with how many people quit the game because of WoD. The numbers don't lie. But for me, it was because they imbalanced PvP. One of the developers' sons wanted to play Rogue, so they made it so Rogues could basically pop out of a combat and envenom you and one-shot your character. I was PvPing the Gladiator through WoD. I wasn't raiding. I heard the raids actually were good because a lot of people liked. I think it was Black Hand. Everyone talks about a lot. But I didn't raid. If I'd have raided, I might have enjoyed it, but I didn't raid. I think it's just Legendary Arthur's story ran its course and they're kind of riding on post Warcraft 3 story with the Legendary Arthur's. I like the raids in Shadowland because finally Heroics was a demanding raid. Deathwing who? Yeah, Deathwing was fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. Don't get me started on Deathwing. They could have done so much more with that fucking boss and turned him into the shit show that he was. It's like, what is this? Yo, beach, want a piece? Oh, fuck yo, shut up, man. Zoriapi's in the fucking house. A little fucking imp, man. Look at the damage. Wait till I actually get gear. Oh, another one. Another patrol. We like patrols. Patrols are good. More fun. Fortunately, I like vanilla, where I'd be dead by now. This warlock can just fucking tank everything because he's a fucking beast. He just died to fucking one malefic rapture. Get shit on, nerd. X2. I need my X2 in WoW. I do. Yeah, if you raid with if I get X2 on World of Warcraft, Wasser, you'll love X2. He's such a good, cool guy. Such a nice person. He'll be great in the raiding. He's just got a really fucking good personality. Just down to earth and shit. Like the boss, I'm also minority like Dragon Soul in general, I think. Story-wise, none cared, redoing the entire old war, the bold move, polarise the player base. Dragon Soul's cheap knockoff of BDBL and BWD. WoD was mostly just known for being cancelled expansion. Midway through, it was still cool, but it was missing a few things. WoD was missing a lot of things, not a few things. Missing a lot of shit. WoD was. The other thing as well is, like they fucked up with Cataclysm. Cataclysm, they went and fucked up some of the best looking areas in World of Warcraft, which pissed off the player base massively. Then they did it again in BFA when they destroyed Teldrassil, the best looking city in the game. And it's like, have they not learned from Cataclysm that it don't work? Your player base don't want it? Fucking idiots, they really are. What did I just hit that guy for then? That tree was fair play, the tree was not fair play. And the Night Elves could have also stopped that from happening. Malfurion was awake, there was no excuse. And Malfurion would absolutely fuck Salafang. And Sylvanas. Malfurion is so fucking strong, people don't even realise how strong he is. I'm still in my dreams. True Horde will rise again. I mean, Horde, not just the tree, to be clear. The tree will be fixed. I think they're going to sort that out, to be completely honest with you. If not, then it'll just be like there'll be a new one somewhere else, is what they'll do. But that's why they had to create the memory where you can go back to Danasus, because people weren't happy. Blizzard fucked up when they fucked up in a major way, and they know they did. And the Horde won't go back to being the Horde the way that you're thinking, because the Horde now That's the reason it doesn't have a war chief anymore. They got rid of the war chiefs. It's now a horde council, which is what it should have been a long fucking time ago after Garrosh. And I don't know why Garrosh did what he did, because I'm not being funny, right? If you know anything about the lore of this game, when Garrosh decided to start exiling parts of the horde, that bear in mind Garrosh and Thrall built and pulled together, like the Tauren, the Forsaken, and the Trolls to begin with. When Garrosh decided to stop being a jackass, he pissed on his father's memory. He literally pissed on his father's memory. And the only person Garrosh respected was his father. And he did the one thing his father would not have wanted, which was ripping apart the horde. Garrosh was the biggest fucking idiot the horde's ever produced. How the fuck they put him in a leadership fucking role, I don't know. Because Saurfang should have took over, and Saurfang somebody done a good job where Saurfang didn't. Garrosh isn't a hero, Garrosh is just a jackass. Might be a good fighter on part, but then again he got beat by Varian. He's nothing special. And to be fair, they should have executed him at the end of Mop. Then War to Draenor wouldn't need to be a thing. They could have made a new expansion to further the storyline. Or gone straight onto Legion. Garrosh did nothing good for the Horde. At all. he made the Horde inherently weaker. He was trying to make it just all orcs. If he wants to go all orcs, the Alliance combined would wipe out the orcs in a day. Without the other factions helping them, orcs stand no chance by themselves. They don't have the numbers.
Some links get lost in the darkness. They're nocturnal, but it's dangerous.
I'm out of range.
Bring them home.
He was the trump of the Horde. Yeah. He was, let's build a wall out of our own dead bodies because I'm that fucking stupid. That's what he was. An absolute bloody idiot. Wasn't Strokes Alliance was still killing Taurens around Camp Tarajo etc? No, but what I'm saying is, his plan was, you've got to read some of the books that feed off it, Wassa. Garrosh was a racist. He only liked orcs. And even then, not all orcs. He wanted to use the goblins as a labour force to building machines of war. And he wanted to exile all the other species of the Horde. So there'd been like another Horde created, probably run by the Taurens. He wanted Orgrimmar to be the home of the orcs. The orcs and the goblins as their workers. And that's it. He didn't want anything else. But if he'd have gone alone like that, the Alliance would have wiped him out. He doesn't have the numbers to fight the Alliance. You're talking at that point probably, 6-7 different races? They'd have been slaughtered. Luckily, Vol'jin reined him in.
I need to get closer.
In a Link's a cat. What am I looking for here?
It's too far away. I need a tongue.
What the fuck is this? Well, there might be a third faction in WoW. You can see Andrin right now as well as leading ain't easy. Plus Horde, allies. Got something from Garrosh. The thing I think they need to do as well is... Oh shit, my durability is fucking running low. Idiot. The thing I think they also need to have a look at and do is... get rid of PvP. Because now the Horde and allies are essentially one big mega faction, all being friends. And it's not going to change because you can't go back once you've opened that door now, where you've got people in guilds from cross-server and cross-factions. What I think they should do is make a separate game for PvP, like they had Plunderstorm, or separate servers, but not within retail WoW, where you can make a character, you're already max level, and all the talents are geared towards PvP for players. And then all the talents in retail will be just for PvE. There won't be any need of any PvP talents or skills. and you can remove any clutter from the skill bar that doesn't need to be there. And I think it'd make the game better for PvEers. Because let's be honest, this game now, it's 95-96% PvE. No one gives a fuck about PvP. PvP's dead. It had its heyday. I was there for it. I've been Gladiator. It's not coming back. Those that think it is, they're fucking dreaming. And if Blizzard were to try and double down and focus on somehow trying to revitalise PvP, they'd be nothing short of fucking morons. There's always been a massive minority, but what does arena and world PvP, those who want it matter? They can justify it by the population still not entirely being in agreement with the government, so they still fight it out, and the arena will sparring matches competition. Don't get me wrong, as I said, they can keep it running in a different way. My idea were have a separate server. On this server, there's just one big city, but the city is split in half. On one side of the city, there's the Horde side, all Horde aesthetic buildings and all that. You've got your battleground leaders, you've got your arena guys, and then on the right side of the city, you've got the Alliance and their aesthetic buildings and all their races and their guys. Bang in the middle is a constant world PvP zone where they can fight it out all day long in between matches. And then you can, while you queue for arena, rated battlegrounds. And they can just PvP there all day long, but they have skills different to what we've got in the game here. They just have PvP based skills and talents, and they're always max level the character when they make them. They don't have to level at all. It's just the PvP experience. There's no PvE in it. And then all the PvP based things in the game now that we have, they can remove. So you could probably remove 2-3 abilities per class that are a bit for both PvE and PvP, and just have them for PvE. And then it becomes easy for the devs to balance things, because let's say you've got a really hard hitting ability. You can't go and hit a player for fucking 2 million when they might only have 6 or 7 million health. But you can hit a boss for 2 million when they've got fucking 4 billion health. So you've got to tailor those abilities to function on both sides, but it never works. So the devs are developing the game harder for themselves. They're not making it easier, they're making it harder. And they're doing it for like 4% of the player base, who, even if they all cancel the subscriptions, no one would miss them. It wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter. Blizzard had hardly noticed their bottom line shift. And 4%'s being generous, by the way. So some of that 4% probably also PvE. PvP, there's a huge problem because of rating. When people are low rating equal low gear, dead, so no fun for them. Indeed. When you are high rating, you wait ages for play equals no fun. Indeed. And you know what? It's been that exact way, Charlie, since Burning Crusade. And I got Gladiator in Season 2 and Season 3. Why am I hunting goats? What's that? Ah, there we go, it's an elite. Oh, it's one of those guys from Pandaria, the guys that were cool. That were getting fucked over, and he's like, how are you still alive? And he goes, because the strength of my people's will is stronger than yours. I'll never forget that man. That one-eyed bull freak. It was awesome. Except for Mythic Plus, I'm waiting to do 2030 min while the group doesn't, because there's not that many peeps on high rail with me. Funniest video I've seen is doing Diablo waiting 6 hours in queue to go to a high tier dungeon. Yeah, it's stupid. It's a stupid waste of your time. It is. See, that's why I like delves. You can do delves with friends, but delves are designed to be soloed. Dungeons aren't. Now, if they make the changes I've said to dungeons, make it with lives, get rid of the timer, and give the bosses more mechanics, people then won't have the meta picks for dungeons. So you won't be rejecting people anymore for dungeons. You'll be taking anyone. The difference is that they need to... You need to know that the people that you're taking can do the mechanics right. It's not about have you got a big enough dick DPS. It's can you do the mechanics and physically survive these bosses.
I'm out of range.
So a game punish you for being good? Yes, it does. I've had that same problem, dude, when I was in Gladiator and trying to get a Gladiator team after my team disbanded because I had a fallout with the Game Master. I've never been able to find 2 players that skilled ever again. And we went to the European Championships twice. We were sponsored. So it is better to stay mid and just have fun. To be fair, it's better just to have fun anyway. That's why I've built a guild for my guys, so we can all have fun together. If Watson wants to go and do Mythic Plus, he knows he can get people from the guild to the Mythic Plus with, and they'll go and do them with him. Nobody's going to argue with each other, they're just going to have fun together. If they want to go and do a delve, they can do a delve together. When we all start raiding, we're all going to raid together. I'll raid lead the raids, they can heal, DPS, tank, whatever the fuck they want to do, and we're just going to have a laugh with it. We're going to do it, but we're going to do it where we're skilled enough to do it at the higher end as well. We'll clear normal, clear heroic every season, we'll always get ahead of the curve. And then we're going to start making headways into Mythic, when we've got enough people. But we need probably, I'd say 9 or 10 more people to be able to run Mythic. But we will eventually run Mythic. And there'll come a tier where we do get cutting edge. When we get cutting edge of that tier, that'll be the first tier we get cutting edge. We'll be getting cutting edge every tier after that. That's the one thing that I'm certain on. I've seen what my guilders can do. I believe in the skills. I have faith in them. What classes you need? It's not so much what we need, it's the number of players. We've basically got tanks pretty much. I think because we've got 2 tanks and then we've got 2 backups. I think we've got 3 or 4 healers, but it depends if they're on at the same time. So you might always need maybe 1 or 2 more healers. But then always DPS. We don't care what class you play, what spec you play. All I care about is, can you do enough damage to kill the boss, to help us kill the boss? If you can do enough damage, you can play whatever the hell you want. I don't mind what you play. Another restored coffer key, nice. So I've now got 2 of those. Yes. So we've got a bountiful delve there. You get 1 in each area, I think, don't you? Yeah, 1 there. We did the one in Ashkahet, we did the one in the Isles. We've done that one already. You know when you do the bountiful delve, you can't go in it again, can you do it again? Even with another coffer key. You can only do 4 in a week, right? I remember hearing something about 4. Or is it just that 4 spawn? Most typical deplete every 13 Arakari healer just insta-dispels debuff. Is outside of room, out of range ever. That's why I said Transit, buddy, you've got our guild, buddy. You know, you've got capable people, you've played alongside them. You know what our guys capable of. We haven't got idiots, we've got a good community, good people know what they're doing. We might have some newer people not as experienced, but what our new people do is, more important than anything else in this game, they listen. They listen and they learn.
My directive has been fulfilled.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumble.
It was so free though. This is why, dude, I tell you, they need to get rid of that fucking timer. Get rid of the timer and put in a live counter like Delves. If they do that, I'd even consider bringing Mythic Plus for you, dude. I would even do it. I'm the most opposed motherfucker to Mythic Plus ever. But if they take out that fucking timer, and basically the game's not yelling at me, you've got to complete it in this time, even I will try them. Even I would. Happily. But the timer needs to go. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Transit, there's other ways they can make it challenging without the timer. A timer isn't the only way. If you think that's the only way they can make it challenging, you're very narrow-minded.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
I don't think having a bunch of mechanics would make it as challenging. Right, the mechanics is to make it difficult, right? To make it deplete in that way challenging is how many lives you have. That's what I said about that. That's to do with the lives. That's not to do with the difficulty, that's the lives. And they can also put in a lower number of lives to make it even harder. So let's say you're doing like the version of like a Keystone Master Key. You might only have 2 lives per player. So you can die maximum 10 times. If you get someone who dies the 11th time, they can't be revived. The only time they can get back up is if you kill the last boss. So if they die on the last boss, you might get away with it. If you've died 11 times before you've even got to the fucking second to last boss, chances are you're not completing that dungeon. And with more mechanics, it'll make it harder, and then you'll have to be more careful on your pulls and know what the mechanics do. If the mechanics have a deadly overlap, you've got to figure that shit out on the fly. Do you think most players in this game are capable of doing that? Because I can tell you right now, they're fucking not. Most players in this game, you tell them to run fucking left and run right. The Earth's count won't make it work, to be fair, as long as you play with friends. Only the timer doesn't matter much if no one cares about it. Because you deplete the key by dying anyway, can still just go in and clear it. Well, they can do it where obviously if you deplete the key by dying, you might get less quality. You might get less quality gear from the run. If that's what they still do, something like that. I don't know how the fuck Mythic Plus works these days. You can time any key as long as peeps don't die. Well, you need damage as well, Charlie. Of course, DPS can also mean the deaths. Man's 15 seconds per death is very, very punishing. Yeah, I hate that new death timer increase. 1 wipe, 1 minute 15 seconds, so that is a lot. That's just the timer alone, not to mention the time to walk back to the pack, the time you already committed to the pack, and then it takes... That's what I mean. These are all reasons here, Trans, that you're giving me of why they should get rid of the timer. None of these are telling me reasons of why the timer makes sense for it to be there. There's other ways to make them dungeons challenging by not having a timer. Because if you've only got so many deaths and then you can't revive, you've got to be careful on your pack pulls and on your boss pulls. And if those bosses have more mechanics, but if you do it how you're saying with just death limit, people pull one mob at a time. Yeah, but you won't have a time limit anymore. Who cares? And don't forget, when I said about it, if they pull one pack at a time, when the trash packs are cleared, your challenge is the bosses. The challenge is the bosses. It's on the bosses. So the bosses, let's say your boss normally, in fact, right, you can tell me this right now, Transit. That dungeon you were just in, how many mechanics does the first boss have? Just the first one. How many mechanics does he have? In the Arakara thing, yeah, has 3-4. For DPS, 2 mechanics. Right, so you've got 2 mechanics, right? So let's say you've got 2. So you've got 2 mechanics. So you'd have 2 mechanics up until you get to what would normally be like a 5 key. After your 5th key that you're upgrading, whatever the fuck it goes from. So if now Mythic 0 is a 10, it'd be a 15. That would then give every boss 1 new mechanic. From a pool of, say, 12 mechanics in a season, you'll get 1 of those mechanics. And it might rotate each week to keep it fresh. When you get to a 10, you get 2 mechanics on that boss. When you get to a 15, you've got 3 mechanics. When you get to a 20, you've got 4. So then suddenly you've gone from 2 mechanics to 6. You've then got 6 mechanics that you've got to manage on all your team. They'll be affecting various parts of the group, either melee, ranged, or both. And then you've got to do those mechanics right to avoid dying. If you reach your death limit, you can't revive. Your run's over. Now, as Wassa said, you could go back in, but you've already depleted your key. By not completing it, your key's been depleted. Because it deplete on the fact you've not made it with the deaths, rather than the timer. That's how your key depletes. It's not about the timer anymore. You've depleted it because you've run out of lives. So you've got a life limit rather than a time limit. So your time's now unlimited, but you've got a much more challenging dungeon. Because you've got to think about all the mechanics in place. Forget about the trash. Who the fuck cares about trash? Why do you think they're called trash? Make the bosses harder. Make the bosses challenging. That's where you get the loot from anyway. Who gives a fuck about goddamn trash in a dungeon? Trash in a dungeon? Somebody says to me, oh, I love the trash in a dungeon. I'll be like, get the fuck out of this game. Go. Go out this game, play fucking Roblox. Fucking weirdo. Tank has a tank hit and need to kite the boss. Healer needs to out-heal AoE and stun ads and so on. Trash is harder than bosses. But I hear it Spec, you are describing a raid to a degree. Sort of like a raid, but on a smaller scale. The bosses aren't going to have the health or damage of raid bosses, but you're going to have more mechanics to make it challenging for players. If you're a really skilled player, you might have 8 mechanics sometimes on a raid boss in Mythic. You're doing Mythic Plus. So if you're doing Mythic Plus dungeons, you should have more than 2 mechanics. 2 mechanics, I've got less than that, or I've got the same as that on normal raids. And you're doing Mythic Plus in a dungeon? And I've got the same mechanics as you in a raid boss in normal that requires double the number of players to kill? Why do you get a free pass? Fuck that shit. Make players be better. A timer doesn't make better players. It makes players rush, panic, and do stupid fucking mistakes. If you put in more mechanics where they've got to think about that boss before they pull it, you've got all the time in the world, but you've only got so many lives. You run out of lives, your key's been depleted. That's it. If you still clear the dungeon like Wassa said, but you're getting fuck all loot, you're going to get your loot reduced by having run out of lives. So you can go ahead and redo it if you clear it if you want to. Personally, at that point, you're better off just leaving and going to do the lower key. So that's my idea. There was an idea from even Blizz was in the forum tree about making Myth Plus more like a raid. To do it 6 out of 8 peeps thing. I don't think they should increase the number of people in a dungeon. I think it should still be 5 people. But I think they need to make it challenging in a different way. All you've got right now is every key you go up, they've got more health, more damage, and you've got a timer. And if you die, as he said, it then takes more time off of what you've got left. I don't like it being a race. A dungeon isn't a race. Skyriding is a race. A dungeon's a dungeon. You're supposed to be able to enjoy it. You can't enjoy it when there's a 30-minute timer at the start basically saying, move quicker, pull faster, move quicker, pull faster. And when you've got some jackass player in your group also saying it in chat, you feel like you want to reach through the monitor and fucking punch him square in his face. Make it actually about skill, not about time. Time isn't skill. Time's just how fast can you pull, and can you not die while doing it. If you add in mechanics, that's skillful play. Personal and interpersonal play. What can you do to help stay alive during these mechanics, some of which may overlap? That's where the skill comes in. That's what they need to think about. If you want skilled play, that's what you need to be an advocate for on the forums. Because then that is something that people would enjoy. I would play that myself. Because I would love that. Because that's what they've got in delves. I did a tier 6 delve last night in Questing Greens. And it wasn't about my damage or my time. It was about, can I do the mechanics right? I did them right and I killed the boss. Even though I was well undergeared. That's how it should be. Do the mechanics. Let's have a mechanical heavy game. I don't mind mechanics. I hate a fucking timer. And thank you, Overlord, for the gift of membership. I was having a rant. Apologise. Spec Dude, you should do a proper post about your idea. That's how delves became a thing. It was a player idea. Transit, can you send me a link to the forums? Can you send me a link to the forums I need to put it on? The exact ones. And I'll do a detailed fucking post for Blizzard to consider. As a Mythic Plus change. Mythic Plus is all about efficiency, yeah, but it's not about skill. I'd rather it be about skill than efficiency.
We are the Titan's bedrock and foundation.
Because if you run out of lives, you still deplete a key. So you still deplete your key. You still deplete your key and take the same loss as you would if you ran out of time on a timer. The only difference is you're giving the players unlimited time and making it mechanically a lot fucking harder. And that's going to make better players. And then you know when you see somebody who's got Keystone Master, they're doing bosses that have got 7-8 mechanics apiece, you know that's a fucking good player. Not that he can clear a dungeon in 45 minutes or less or something. Whatever the fuck it may be. It's like, alright, he can speedrun it and out-gear it and just power through it. It's like, alright, we can jump and pull 6 packs at a time. Who cares about trash? Who cares? It's trash. Why do you think it's called trash? Trash. This is trash here. It goes in the bin. That's what you do with trash. A boss is something you look at and you're like, fuck me, how do I kill that? And then you look at it and you realise it's got 8 mechanics and you're like, oh my god, we're going to be ducking and diving like it's fucking dodgeball. That would be awesome to not only watch, but to play. If that became a thing in World of Warcraft, I would watch streamers, not on Twitch because of the fucking AIDS-ass ads, but I would watch streamers on YouTube streaming dungeons. Because watching them trying to do all those overlapping mechanics, that'd be so fucking cool. And if they get it down and nail the boss, it'd be like, well done boys, I'd be hyping that shit up in chat. They'd be getting some fucking proper props from me. Because they would be skilled players. Not, oh, you beat a 30-minute timer. Okay, so you can run fast. And do damage while pulling 4 packs. Oh, my copying's getting quieter. Oh, it's because it's worth fucking nothing. That's why. I'm not saying it's not harder than I think, Transit. I'm not disputing that it can be hard. What I'm saying is, it isn't skilled play. Not as skilled as it could be mechanically. Why do you think raid bosses are so fucking hard in Mythic raids? It's not about, oh, we've got to run this and beat it in 30 minutes, and all the bosses in a raid do have an enrage timer, bear in mind. But the ones that you require less of a DPS check are like 8 to 10 minutes. You can kill most bosses in that time easily, when you've got like heroic level gear and a bit of mythic gear in there. That doesn't make it skilled. What makes it skilled is, can you do the mechanics right? If you can't do the mechanics on a raid boss, you're stuck. You're going nowhere. If you can't get past the mechanics, you're dead in the water. That's what makes it skilled. If you want dungeons to be a matter of skill, make them have more mechanics. Get rid of the fucking timer, put in lives like in the delves, make it about the mechanics, not about a timer. Not can we run through this and can I spurt out the biggest damage numbers in the world. Who cares? Go fucking fight a target, dummy. Hello? I dropped from the bottom one, mate. The wrong address. It's more skillful to be able to do more efficient pulls, typically bigger, and be able to manage them. But what you're talking about there, Transit, is also buffing the trash, not the bosses. So basically the trash is harder than the bosses, and the bosses basically mean nothing. Charlie would be the one to link it, never seen fun before. Stuck playing on mobile stomach all over the place. And it can also be phases, phase 1, phase 2. That actually, Charlie, even I didn't think of that. Charlie, you're a fucking genius, dude. That's an even better idea. What if adding phases to the bosses in dungeons? That's an even better idea. I didn't even consider that. Adding phases. Ooh. That could be nice. That could be really nice. Because the only boss in living memory that had phases was the Tauren boss in Dead Mines. That's a really, really good idea, buddy. That is a really good idea. Because what he did were, he'd come and attack you with like a two-hander. And then when you got his health down by like 30%, he went and picked up two one-handed swords. He'd then come and attack with these two one-handed swords where he got faster attack speed and a different mechanic. And then when you got him down to like, say, I think 30% health, he'd go and get his last weapon out of his chest. Okay. I didn't even think about phases. I should have thought about phases, Charlie, because I'm a reader. Why did I not think about phases? You absolute fucking genius, Charlie. That is a fucking banging idea. I'll steal that for myself, Charlie, and I'll put that post on forums. But what I'll do is I'll tie you into it. And I'll say this idea came from Charlie Jam Productions. That's a fucking good idea. It's a really good idea, buddy. Evening Hellbroker. It's Wogsy. Is that Brett? What's done? Oh, bud. You sent me a link, you said, didn't you? Where's the fucking link up?
Or about the form thing. So that's the closest thing I could think of on the Blizzard forum support.
Let me speak to Charlie a second on here, because he might know more. It was, oh, Broker, you can hear me? You're in chat, aren't you? Check for your guild, but we're not on same shard. You won't find the guild, you'd have to find the community. If you find the community, the Spooks community, run by Carthax, that's the leader of the community, I can get you. What's this? What? Why is my own character applied to the community and said
That
it's
was
me?
That was the other day when you were showing someone on stream how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you did it on your character to show someone else.
Yeah, if you get my community, sorry, if you can find it, But if you find the Spooks community, it's on EU, bear in mind, not on NA, and you apply to the Spooks, I can invite you to the guild, because there's a link here. You see this link? I can whisper it to you. I think you can actually whisper me through Battle.net, and then I can invite you in. What is Wogzer? Let's make down reader. In Community Finder, it is the Spooks. There are two. One is a Ghost Lovers group, and it's not that one. Yes. How do I do this fucking now? Send a message. Yeah, no, I need to do my thing's there. If that helps you at all, Charlie. You can't see because it's behind my fucking camera. Bugger. How do I do this? No, don't broadcast. Don't broadcast nothing. How do I add him? Like whispering. Add friend. Hashtag 2367. Sent. Hope it's sent to the right person. And then I just do the L broker trickery. Because L broker took what I learned and simplified it. Right, we might have just got our off tank, by the way, boys. So we could be set to go. In part because Dan is tanking. So if Dan can make our raid days, we've got Danny boy. Right, if I do this right, if I go on there, and then I do that, and there you go. Does that work? Obviously you can't be in a guild already, otherwise that won't work. Well, that's the guild. I can invite you to the community if you want, but that's a guild, if you want to join the guild. We've got a community, but what I'm saying is this is made from my YouTube community. It's actually a guild that runs. We don't raid with the community, we raid as a guild. They're my guild members. We've got a community just to invite people cross-realm, in case you want in. It's just because they happen to have called it a fucking community for some stupid reason. When a guild is a community, essentially. Just a community is now a different type of guild. It's really strange. Apart from you don't get achievements, guild achievements, as a community. So it's more like Devil May Care. But then all it means is there's no value in a community that they've made. Because they've got no permanence. Where you look at like your guilds, you've got all these guild perks, you've got guild items you can buy, you've got reputation with the guild, you've got all these things that you can get with the guild that you can't get with the community. It makes no sense to have one of those when these are now cross-server and cross-faction. I don't get it. It's really weird. But if you want in, that's the link, anyway. So if you want to join the guild, you're more than welcome to. Can't you solo those yet, Overlord?
Not on my bloody mates. No, I cannot. I'm not geared enough.
I sold a tier 6 delve last night at 540 item level. And it recommends 587.
Yeah, I can do up to tier 7 solo. I just can't solo tier 8 because of the mechanics that they add on tier 8.
I think it's something I'm going to have to teach these boys, isn't it? But to get a bit more geared, I'm going to have to go and solo a tier 8. Oh, sorry, buddy. Right, okay. I thought you wanted to join us because you had a character like not in a guild, Lorak. I apologise, buddy. I didn't understand. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't know you were already in a guild. Yeah, we don't raid. We don't raid with the community. This is just to purely invite people into the guild if they're cross server initially. I don't really need this community thing at all. It's a waste of time. It's just so people can join us here, essentially. What level can you apply for a guild? What level is a guild beneficial to you? A guild's beneficial to you as soon as you can join one. Because obviously as soon as you join one, Kyle, which is a good question, you see this thing here, you have called guild reputation. This will start filling up as you do quests, as you do dungeons, as you do anything. This will fill up. As it fills up, you'll be able to buy these things here that are locked behind reputation type. And the high reputation, you can unlock them, and you also get them cheaper the higher reputation is. So you can buy items for your characters and mounts. There's various things on there that you can get. And then you've also got these guild perks here. You can mount up, your increased mount speed there. Your hearthstone's reduced by 15 minutes. Your mobile banking, so you can summon a chest where you can access your bank basically remotely. Basically for 5 minutes once every hour. Quicken the dead, you move 50% faster while you are dead. Sorry, your health gained when you're resurrected is 50% more, and your speed increased by 10%, and guild mail's instant. So between guild members, it's instant. So you get all these perks off the batting, basically. And then obviously, when you're in the guild as well, you can get guild achievements. Like Matrix and some guilders last night, if you have 3 more guild members in a dungeon, they got last night, let me show you guys this. They got, because I was getting these ones here, this was me soloing delves like a dirty beast, but they got something else. They got, where the fuck is it? War within dungeon? No? Guild. They got Mythic Keystone Challenges. Complete 50 Guild Mythic Keystone Challenges. These are what they call guild achievements. So these are only unique in the guild. This is how you get them. Like one of the top achievements in raiding is called Famed Raider. And Famed Raider, you only get that as a guild achievement. It's only while you are in the guild. You don't get a personal achievement for it. It's if you are in the guild. That is a guild achievement only. And it's one of the best achievements in the game because it's one of the first 100 guilds to kill the last boss in Mythic. So if you're one of the top 100 guilds in the world, you get Famed Raider, and then it's of the name of the raid. And that's a guild achievement. If you left that guild, you wouldn't have that title anymore. You only have it while you're in the guild.
You know what I don't understand? Why they still have
You
that?
just have to move the rankings around. Nobody's. Let me get you up.
One thing I can't understand is why in the guild thing does it still have the cauldron of battle when it's pointless.
They might not have moved all things out yet, because it's probably quite trivial in all honesty. Applied I'm a warrior, just had to move the rankings around. It's no problem, brother. You join with whatever you want to, but you aren't going to join with anything if you don't want to. You know, it's entirely up to you. But if you want to be part of my community, you're more than welcome to. As I said, the only rules in our guild are we've only got at the moment like really 3 rules. You can do whatever the hell you want, you know, in or out of the guild. It's completely up to you what you want to do. You pay for your account the same way everyone else does. So you do what you want to with that. Just obviously don't be an asshole. Don't start having to go at anyone, insulting anyone. There might be some new players in the game who are new to it, you know. If somebody asks you a question, don't be some elitist tryhard. Help them out, you know. Answer their question. Manners don't cost anything. Make him spook, pop him up There'll probably be a raider at some point, I imagine. Probably going to want to raid with this. What specs are you, Charlie? I'll put your specs down if you want. So we always add them in the guild notes. Prot. Do you play one of the DPS specs all, or you just prot? All of a sudden we've got more fucking tanks than we need. Just prot, mate. Right, okay. Oh. I'll put the part there. There we go. I'm Nuba's DPS. Hey, I'm Nuba's DPS as well, dude. You can always join me. And don't get me wrong as well. If you need any help, Charlie, 14 years pretty much playing arms and prot. I prot generally in raids, but if you want a banging fucking arms DPS spec, I'll hook you up. I'll make you be a dirty damage dealer in fucking no time. Elbroker's noob constantly. Even when he does fucking like 6 million DPS, he's still noob. He can't break out of being noob. It's the noob that happens to have really big buttons. I'll do Delve after this World Soul. Miss the rotation, that's the thing. I can help you with that. If you want help with that, if you want to try it. Because obviously at the moment, we've got Jamie tanking. And we've got Dan who might be tanking. If they're not in a certain day, obviously you can step in and tank if you want to. But it'd be always advisable to have an alt spec or an alt character that you can play just in case. Because then at least then you can get into the raid and get some, you know, some stuff done. The only other rule I was going to tell you was, these are out of the rules. We've got 3 rules. Do whatever you want in terms of like the content. Don't be a dick to anyone in the guild. Second rule is, if we are raiding, your main character that you're raiding with us, keep that one unsaved. So don't go down pugs or raids with other guilds on that character. Take another character and go and do that. And your character with us, keep it unsaved so we can all get loot. The third one is when we're in the raid, you put your loot specialization to the spec you are playing. So you only get loot for that spec. I don't want DPS taking tanking gear. I don't want healers taking DPS gear. You stick to the loot spec of what you are playing in the raid, so it's fair. I don't want somebody else taking other people's shit, because then that'll be an instant G kick. We just want to keep it fair for everyone. Straightforward rules and good ones. That's it. Just that. Just that, buddy. Simple as that. As long as you follow them 3 rules, you are welcome here for as long as your little black heart may want to join us. And you can join my little black heart as well. We can all be dirty delvers. Take it at your own pace, be nice, and don't ninja loot what you don't need. Well, they won't be able to ninja loot. If they've got the right loot specialization on, they won't be able to anyway, because it'll only be the loot that they're spec'd for. When is the next pre-raid day? We haven't got one set yet, buddy, because we need to know when we can get 10 people online. But when I've got one, I'll put it up on Discord so you guys can all know. If you want the Discord, it's in the guild information. That is our guild Discord. Don't give it to anyone else, it's for guildies only. It's only if you're in the guild. But it'll all be on there. It tells you the days and the times below. Actually, I'll edit that a little bit, see if I can put in thingy. Well, let me put in one more. Well, let me. We can get rid of that part now, I think, really, because since I'm not streaming Classic at the moment. So we have 3 raid days per week. That's also for ones who can't make it in. Don't worry about the finishing times on the raids. Only sign up for what you can make. So it's not, if you don't want to make a raid or you can't make a raid, you're not going to get punished in this guild. As I said, a lot of these people are my friends, so I hold them very dear to me. We're not here to punish people for because they can't make a raid. If you can't make a raid because you've got IRL stuff, it's completely fine. But basically, we'll start at those times, but we may finish earlier or go later if the people in the raid want to. We'll leave it as basically like a majority vote on who wants to basically finish earlier or go later if the time comes. I don't expect people to want to raid for 5 hours, and chances are in 5 hours we'll probably clear the raid anyway. Unless we're like very, very early starting and haven't got the gear for it. Because with the spooks we generally overachieve. So we generally kill bosses with a lot less gear than what we should do, which is really weird for us. So we usually get stuck on some bosses that are quite a hard gear check. But yeah, just in case you can't tank, that's all. Just see you've got something you can play. You know, have a look at an alt spec or an alternate character. If you want that inviting to the guild, I can invite you to the guild, no problem with that. And that's when we'll have a look at that. Until then, feel free to pug or do raids with other guilds if you want to. It's completely fine. I'll let you know when we start raiding. And then it's if you want to raid, keep the character that you want to raid on unsaved. So I can get you into the guild. So I can get you into the raid. I held the reins a little bit too tightly last time I was leading the guild in Shadowlands, but this time I've got a different outlook on it, so people can do other shit when we're not raiding, or on the alts, which I don't give a fuck about. And at some point we might do alt raids, we'll see. Might take down our low geared alts and have some fun with it. Sure thing, to be fair, I don't have it heroic on our shaman, not really fussed about doing more raids at the moment with pugs. That's why giving it a go here, trying to belong somewhere. You're welcome to belong here, buddy, as I said. You've got some good ideas. That phasing idea on the bosses, stroke of fucking genius. That might be the missing ingredient that makes that thing almost perfect for dungeons. Because if they put that in there, think of it then, the people who go into a dungeon or a Mythic Plus, and they practice on a boss with, say, 6 or 7 mechanics that's got 3 different phases, that's like practice for a raid. You're then just taking that at a 5-man level and transferring it to a 20-man raid, or a 30-man raid. So that's an awesome way to practice for the main raid content. They can't put a timer in raids. If they put timers in raids, the game would die overnight. But that would be an awesome way to do it together. Because all the bosses have usually got, if not multiple phases, definitely got multiple mechanics. And way more than fucking 2. But you have any worries? There's me. You've got people who've been in the community a long time, like Hellbroker, who's got a number of alts. In their guild note, it'll tell you who they are if you get confused, because we've got the person's main name down, who it's an alt of. And if need be, you can message people on Discord as well. My officers are always available. So we've got officers on there, Matrix and others, and they'll respond to you as soon as they can. Obviously, if they're asleep, you might have to bear with them. Sort of thing. You might have to wait until they wake up. And don't get Matrix out of his coffin early. Good God, that vampire. When he gets out of his coffin early, he's not had his pint of blood. He gets cranky. Only ones we should struggle with is second boss on Heroic and Silken Court mainly. They are annoying. Second boss on Heroic? Why would the second boss on Heroic give us any challenge at all? The 2 bosses that I'm worried about in that raid, the only 2, is Kivessa and Ansarek. That's it. Yeah, we're not retards, Albroke. We're not a pug. Nobody here is going to fall for that shit. And I'm raid leading you. I know all the mechanics. Second boss will be a chump. 5-month member. You get your silver spook next month, Kyle. Has it been that long? It has, it with me. It's been that long. Oh my god. 5-month member. Jesus Christ. That's some serious fucking loyalty and commitment there, buddy. I'll give you that. So actually, I think... Yeah, you get your new membership badge. So you get your new membership badge next month, and then you get your year one 6 months later, which you'll be keeping for a full year until they get the year 2 badge, which is the golden spook. Oh, look at this, boys! Look at this! And I've not been level 80 a fucking week. Delve's already maxed out, all done. So this one's going to be 600 gear. That's going to be 590, and that's going to be 584. If I... Hang about. Someone explain this to me. Why does it say here, if I do a tier 2 delve, this will increase to 587? I did a tier 6 delve last night. What? How does this work?
Spec, it's the top 8 of your delves, so the last one will be your lowest. So if you do 8 delves, that one will always be your lowest delve completed.
Right, okay, so what's you're always going to get the best gear here then on the left?
Yeah, that's why they recommend doing 8 of the same tier, that way.
Oh, so then they all say that, right, okay, I get you. So when I've got delves on farm, I could just farm fucking tier 7 delves or whatever, and just make sure I've got all them. Something like that, okay.
Why I'm currently doing a tier 8 on my mage.
Well, the thing is, I actually enjoy the delves, and I enjoy the world quest as well. When they give that big cache with an item in it and it gives you them restored coffer keys. I've now got 2 restored coffer keys, so I can do 2 more bountiful delves. So I think I'm going to do... I think when I've got some loot, I think I'm going to do them at tier 7.
What I would do is save your keys until you can get a party for tier 8s, because that's...
I don't want a bloody party for him. It's soloable content. It can be soloed. It says it can be done in parties of 1 to 5. That means you can do it by yourself. If somebody wants to come with me, obviously I don't mind them coming with me, but I want to see if I can do it by myself. This Warlock's OP as shit. I was pumping last night. He was doing some damage. He came out there, he had a fucking cock big enough to fuck this dragon from here. I'd have been rogering shit out of his dragon. He'd have been getting humpedinked like fuck. He'd come out there with the biggest dick you've ever seen. That dragon would be fucking crying like it'd fucking smelt an onion. Let me jump on my shaman. Hyteria replaces itself and GG Cosmic Delve PTSD. Oh no, not Delve PTSD, Delve's awesome. That, when I saw the boss's health and I saw it was 30 million, I was like, whew, that's spicy. Because the highest health thing I'd killed before that was a rare that spawned in a previous delve, and that was 25 million health on a rare elite. But that only had like 2 mechanics. So again, wasn't very hard. Kind of like the boss that Transit was describing earlier. Less mechanics, less difficult. More mechanics, more difficult. Don't worry about hulking the boss out of the roids by giving him more health and damage. Give him more mechanics. Let him throw around more spells and abilities. Let him truly make you work, sweat your ass off for that kill. And when you get it, you're fucking pumping, fucking roofing. The YouTube membership, Hellbrook, I was trying to tell you earlier on, I don't know if you responded. That was Overlord. Overlord gave it to you. I don't think there was. Because it brought up your name and 2 other people's, and for some reason, Overlord, the other ones are still pending. I'm not sure where it is. It's got a blue circle on it here, circling round. If I screenshot that, I'll show you. Oh. If I do that, where's my Overlord? Where is he? Where the fuck? Think about where the fuck is it? Oh, he's there. So you see that blue circle thing, Overlord? You see it on it partially near the R, like a semicircle part. Do you see it? You do? Have a look?
I'm currently in a delve, so I can't actually.
No, but it's
Got
okay.
it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. You didn't say anything. What's our general chat? Oh, is that is Stoneborn? Is that you? Christ, is that you, Charlie? Is Stoneborn you on Discord? Yes, it is. Okay. Let me make you up. Vito. In fact, we'll make your Vito Raider on there. Fuck it, why not? Let's make a Raider. He's gonna be raiding with us anyway. So fuck it. Let's make him a Raider. Promote him. Charlie's got good ideas. I can respect a keen mind. Phases on dungeon bosses. And that is something I would like to fucking see.
Tanubala,
The what?
night guide you.
I got here once, still got headaches. Yep. That's why at one point, Albroker, I don't know if you know this, I found it out recently. You had an idea that cataclysmically good, it could have changed the world forever. But it was that powerful, it gave you a stroke. That's how powerful that idea was. If that idea could have been formed into words, we'd all be like having like floating electric cars, hoverboards, mechanical robots that just do all the physical labour jobs and everyone gets to live for free. But it was so powerful that God stopped you. That's how bad it were. What the hell is that? Think about it.
It's too far away.
I've got 500. Oh, I'm gonna get him on my finger, aren't I? Think about why am I elemental still? Oh, big fireball! Not the frontal, not the frontal! I went into this fight woefully unprepared. Have I not got my melee weapons on? I'm fighting this thing the wrong spec! Ah! Beat the frontal! Never mind. You're a chump. Look, I ain't got skin or skin your ass. You giant wet rat. That's Midge. Hello! What are you doing? What? You too. Come on in. Come on up. You're small. What was that thing about? I'm enhancement, right? Why was I casting lightning bolt? What?
You can still cast it as as enhancement.
But they're not your core abilities though, right? Storm Strike. I've not changed things around, okay, right. That's why I didn't rework the things. I didn't. Itch. Latherist, so I'm there lightning bolting as fucking enhancement, killing a fucking gold elite dragon. There's a lot of shit on here. Take for a lunge out, pop that up there. Don't need that right now. Right. Okay. He was wrong type slash stroke slash unzip. Jesus. Just imagine the Broker. Imagine the power of that idea.
What?
I gotta pick one of these. I gotta pick one.
I am not your keeper. My Khan is at our outpost nearby. Follow this path through the swamp. And try not to get eaten.
357, 339. Yeah, I got an axe. I got rid of the fist weapon that I got bought for me last night. Which was by Andre, bless him. Another good egg. That's it, buddy. You've got all the spooks so far. Oh, and just so you know as well, what I've decided to do is, because I've got I think I've got 6 so far recurring. I need to get one from Clicks. Clicks is number 6. The next 2 recurring members, I'll make you your own emojis for the channel. I've already made some for the ones that have already got some, like Hellbroker and some of the other guys coming through. I have got some World of Warcraft ones that will be on the way. Like I've got one of Ragnaros, which is on the main channel page, and then I've got one of Seathun from AQ40. And I might make some more World of Warcraft ones as we go, since we're all of World of Warcraft. So I've got a bunch of them. The Ice and Crew one was good for Matrix. Matrix liked it. Matrix liked his emoji. So they wanted something with that, so that's what I'm doing. So my dear, you know you can... Your channel is... If you would use Discord... So Peeps from Guild can chat with you at the same time. Tracks most of the audience discussion. I don't know what you mean, Lorak, buddy. I don't know what you mean. I've got 2 Discords. I've got my YouTube Discord on YouTube. That's my YouTube Discord, which I want to keep separate from World of Warcraft. That's my YouTube one. You can come on there and chat with me anytime you want to. And then there's the Guild Discord, which is primarily just for World of Warcraft. So it's got dungeon groups on there, raid groups on there. It's just for World of Warcraft. And then it's got talking channels if you want to talk and chat. If you want to come and join on my regular Discord, you have to go to my my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, you can join us on there. I'm talking to people like now Overload. You can come join me and chat. No problem. I can rephrase it. I've probably... Yeah, you could probably rephrase it to make me understand it a bit easier. I think I know what you mean. But we do have 2 Discords, yeah. You can come chat with me. You can come chat while I'm on stream. You just got to be careful what you say, obviously. You can't say anything that's against terms of service, or I've got to ban you from Discord. I've only had to do that once, though, to a person. And that went a World of Warcraft person. That was just some dickhead from Twitch. But I'm not on Twitch anymore. Fuck Twitch.
My thanks, Tomu. Come forward, outsider. I am Sansak Khan, leader of the Shikar. Tell me of your goals. We received word that an emissary from the Green Dragons will be present at the Kural. You may join us for the journey, but you must
just keep it clean and bear in mind all types of people, different backgrounds do watch. They do. And also it's YouTube's rules as well, which I've got to enforce. So if someone says something that's against the rules, I've got to enforce that. If I don't enforce that, then I'm basically agreeing. I will be basically enforcing the negation of their rules, which I can't do. You have the YouTube Discord. Oh, right, yeah. The only reason I've not got a YouTube Discord link in the guild, or on the guild Discord, is I've got a separate Discord for my YouTube channel. I want to keep them separate. I remember I told you before, you remember in Shadowlands, in Castlefria, we had that bit of a, like a guild, like, drama. And some of the guildies left and made their own guild. The guild crashed and burned. They couldn't even make it past Sludgefist in Heroic. They sucked ass. Where my guild cleared it, flying colours. To avoid anything like that this time, we have a separate one for the guild and one for YouTube. Because I want to keep them separate on that. They're from my YouTube community, my subscribers, but I want to keep it separate. So I've got 2 separate Discords for that reason. So if there's any guild drama and it's somebody who just plays World of Warcraft, I don't want them making any drama spill over onto YouTube. That's my business. I've got people in there that just watch the content. I've got sponsors in there. I don't need somebody acting like an asshole. If they do, they get banned from all Discords and banned from the guild as well. That's affecting my livelihood. So I can't have that. That's the reason I've got 2 separate Discords.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Take care.
You have the YouTube Discord. Oh, now I get it. Showcase actually better than 1. Yeah, it's just because of the problems we had last time. This is just a safe space for us in our World of Warcraft guild. And there might be some people who just want to play World of Warcraft and not watch YouTube, which is completely fine. You're under no obligations to subscribe to me on my YouTube channel if you just want to play World of Warcraft. This is for our guild members to have their own safe space to chat, talk to each other, you know, make friends. It's not to be linked to YouTube. There you go, buddy. There you go. If you're on there as well, are you on that one? Do you need... Was that on? Oh, you're on here as well. Oh, you're on here too. Make your YouTube sub on there. And if you want to come join us, I'll give you trusted speaker. Trusted speaker rank is where you can join me and Overlord in the streaming chat if you want to come and talk. Just obviously be mindful about what you say, that's all. We don't mind swearing, just nothing racist, homophobic, transphobic, you know, anything that affects somebody's religion. You know, keep all that sort of stuff to yourself. Shadowlands burnt a lot of people's minds, which was a shame. It was a difficult raid, but and a difficult expansion. The most difficult expansion they've ever made in terms of raiding, by far. But
Are you good?
what I found funny were they left us to make their own guild to try and get ahead of us in boss kills because they thought they could do it better. Then we got past Sludgefist and they got hard stuck on Sludgefist and never killed him. They only got 6 out of 10. Whatever it was, 6, 7? 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 out of 10, sorry. Sludgefist would have been boss 8. Because there were 10 bosses in Nafria.
It's too far away.
So they left to make their own guild thinking there was something special. It turns out all they did was take the shit players from the guild and left us with all the good ones. I'm not surprised they did. Also, did you hear? Liked awesome healers. They liked awesome everything. Tanks, healers, the lot. They liked just people being just decent people. They were just assholes. They were out for their own gain. They like thinking, you know, we can take players from this guild. This is the funniest part, right? They messaged some of my people that had been with me for years through YouTube, Twitch, and back to YouTube. And they messaged some of them when we were on Twitch. And they said, come join our guild, leave Spec's guild. He's like, I've been with Spec 5 years, because I don't know who you are. He goes, why would I come join you? I said, how would you know that your guild's going to be better than what Spec's already achieved? And as it turned out, the player that told them that was right. And that was Ethan, my thumbnail artist, at the time. They tried poaching you too, there you go, bro. And thing is, Allbroker, as my girlfriend said about you other day, talking about you and Grim, you can't put a price on loyalty. Someone's not loyal because of what they can get out of you. They're loyal because they like you and your personalities gel together. What an arsehole. That's how some people are, Kyle, sometimes. When you get guilds disbanded, there's always going to be some players that stay and some players that leave. Now, guilds can disband for various reasons. Like, example, if we go to Mythic, to World First level, Echo is part of what used to be Method. They disbanded, but because there was some stuff going off outside of the race to World First with some sexual abuse allegations. So the players who weren't involved wanted to distance themselves for it and made their own guild, which makes complete sense. You wouldn't want to stay in a guild that's embroiled in that kind of controversy. So they left and made their own guild. But this were just basically trying to poach my guild members to go and form their own guild, see if they could get going. All it did, really, the thing it did, this is how little impact it had. It stopped us raiding for one night.
Wow,
I've never seen someone like you. How are your hunting skills?
I bet we can outhunt you. I will outhunt
Yeah.
both of you.
I mean, fair enough. Break off, but don't poach talent. If people were decent human beings, Kyle, they would be, but if they break off in the first place and they're not breaking off to, say, join another guild, if it were just one person leaving to join another guild, they'd probably just go by themselves. But when they break off to make their own guild, and they've organised it with several other players, I knew about this about 12 days before it happened. Me and my officers all knew. Because none of the people in the guild that were leaving were officers. Which tells you something. Because people in my officers are people I trust. Been with me a long time.
I need to target something first.
I don't mean I don't trust the people that are raiders and spooks, but obviously you're not going to have every single person as an officer. But it's also people who want the responsibility of potentially leading the guild in the raid and stuff like that. It can come with its own negatives on the same side. But these people were all regular raiders or members, and I knew about it because they tried approaching some people like Hellbroker, like Ethan, who then gave me a heads up and said, by the way, these are planning on leaving. So when they left, they were surprised that I wasn't surprised. And it's like, do you think I didn't know? I mean, these people are my friends, my community. I've built it from Twitch, from the ground up. I've known them years. Some of them even longer. I'm like, you think you're going to poach my friends because you want to get one boss ahead? And you ended up getting 3 bosses behind? Because they were fucking shit. All they did me a favour. They took the 8 worst players out of the guild to form a shit guild. And then recruited 2 more people from somewhere else so they could raid. And they got stuck on fucking boss 8 out of 10. And we stamped on all the bosses. And as Albrook likes to say, pre-nerf. Because at that time they had started nerfing Heroic. So we were doing Heroic pre-nerf. Because they nerf Mythic first. They only nerf Heroic generally if it's really overtuned or if it's got a problem. Eventually, towards the end of the tier, they will nerf Heroic and sometimes even nerf Normal. God knows fucking why, but they do. And
what news do you bring, outsider?
It weren't ever going to go their way.
Do your best. The winds carried word of interesting times. But the arrival of your people has caused...
Like me, many communities, but still stay in view of my spookies.
I look forward.
End of the day, you're my guys. You're my guys. If you're a friend, you're a friend. You're not a friend because you can get one... thinking, oh, I can get one boss ahead. A friend doesn't leave you for, like, a little bit more guild progress. If they're your friend, they stick with you through thick and thin. A proper friend, a true friend. If they're leaving you because they want to get one more boss progress ahead, it shows you how vain they are and how narrow-minded their life really, really is. They're the kind of people that, quite honestly, I feel fucking sorry for. Because they've got to have a fucking shit social life. Because I can't imagine people like them very much. I wouldn't even know how they would. Oh, we've got Stormy with us. He's in here. I'm guessing he's just listening. He's got 3 different names. I'm going to get confused with those at some point. What are you doing? There's the other provision one. 3 camp provisions. It's over there. I mean, example, out of all you guys, I've laid it down to the one that I know the most. Cosmic. Cosmic or Kyle. Kyle's his real name. Kyle I've known since college. Me and Kyle left college, it's not we weren't talking, we didn't talk as much, but then when Kyle got on Discord, we started talking again. It just obviously when you drift apart, when you get busy, you get your own jobs and lives. You know, Kyle's got a missus, he's got kids, you know, he's got a good job, he's got his own commitments. But at least they can come here and play casually at Spook Rank and stuff like that. And if we've got a raid going and he's got time where he's not got to look after his chavies, it can jump on a raid with us. And he's a new player to the game, so we're going to help him out, let him learn ropes, and we'll see how he does. And I think if you guide someone, help someone, they'll surprise you. That's why a lot of these people are really weird with me, who don't want
I am not.
World of Warcraft to go to console, because they assume all the console players are going to be kids. Not just kids play console. My girlfriend plays console. She's 27, 28. You know, not everyone's a kid. And she said she'd love to play World of Warcraft if it came to console. I'd get her in the guild in a heartbeat. And she wants to play Warrior, which is a class that I fucking know top to bottom. So I can make it, I can help a DPS and that, no problem. Anyway, fucking fantastic. And she said to me, these are her words, it'd be hot as fuck, us raiding together, her in there on the TV, on the console, playing her character, and me in here playing my character, raid leading. She said she'd fucking love it. Doing something together, not just as friends, or like we are in a relationship. You know?
You'll be back soon.
And she said she'd love that. There's good times ahead. That's one thing I can promise you. We just need to get a few more people leveled up, geared up, and we'll be good to go. Console can't play well properly without keyboard and mouse. That's what I'm saying though, Hellbroker. Don't forget, they brought in more controller functions for the Warcraft in 2023. It was in one of their updates. And I think that's part of Phil Spencer having his hand in there at that point. And don't forget, if they adjust World of Warcraft to work with a console, it's got 4 buttons here, and the 4 buttons on top can be your modifiers. You can press that button down, and then use the same 4 buttons on your D-pad to then use them again. So you can essentially have up to like 20 abilities, all bound onto your controller. She said she'd love to play that way. There's no reason it can't work. I would give any console player a chance to prove their worth and play. Any of them. Because if they can play and they can play it well, I bet you some of those players would fucking dominate. Think of how good some players are with first person shooter games. Their reactions are much fucking faster than what's required in World of Warcraft. You get those playing World of Warcraft with that reaction speed, they will be fucking devastating players. They will absolutely dominate. So, I'd give them a fair shake before I dismiss them.
Clan Nukud has recently come to power. A generation ago, Shakan Khan led his people to defeat Clan Togus.
When Jay started, I just started dropping near top DPS every instance he was in. And gold J-bomb. Yeah, Jay on his arcane mage. It'd be like as soon as Jay pops his cooldowns, you saw this mage you were about 5th or 6th damage meters, and then he just went boom, boom, boom. It's like, oh fucking hell, Jay's popped his cooldowns. There he's going. And then when he's at top competing with Transit in Heaven for top DPS, it's like he's fucking up there. But then when his cooldowns wore off, he started dropping again a little bit. But he still maintained like 4th or 5th. They were up there. And Jay again, were a brand new player. A brand new player, and look how well he did. And that weren't playing an easy class either, because Mage weren't exactly fucking not complex. I know a 12-year-old who is sick on FPS games. I can't kill them so fast. Reactions. There you go. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, if they get the muscle memory down, Elbroker, on that controller, and they develop their muscle memory to what buttons they're pressing, I guarantee you console players could dominate. I'm not saying they'll be better than keyboard and mouse players, but they could easily do well. And bear in mind, we've got a lot of keyboard and mouse players who play WoW now and they're complete and utter fucking spackers. And that's me putting it kindly. It's like, right guys, run to your left. They all run right. It's like, where the fuck are you going? That way, knobhead. Not fucking Narnia. Where they're going? Straight to boss mechanic, dead. Half your raid fucking caned. That's what you get in pugs.
The clans have
Oh! I'm supposed to ride the goddamn gigantic hyena?
No matter our strengths and
Alright, okay.
we are all Maruk.
Is that a hyena? No, it's some sort of wolf, dog. Is he shitting fire? No, it's my axe. I thought then he had diarrhea. I thought he was shitting fire out his ass. It's my axe with enchantment on it. I thought fucking hell, dog's got. They put me in a dog that's got fucking craps blessing. Poor bugger. Like it'll help putting a fucking armoured shaman on his back. Fire poo. Literally just fucking farting flames out of his arsehole. Is that you, Misty, ain't it? When you've had new food? Yeah. He comes flying out against the silent wall like some fucking poop launcher. Where am I going here? This is slowest mount in the world. I didn't know they had walking speed on mounts.
Have I ever shared the tale of my first kill, Bellica?
That Madras working its way out. Well, it looked like it at first. I thought, fucking hell, this dog thing I've one's got fucking mega shits. Then I realised it was a weapon. Weapon and chance could be deceptive. One with extra thumbs, sorry, some peeps these days. Extra thumbs held broken, but the IQ of a doorknob. That's the problem. So it's the kind of person that walks up to a doorknob and they can't figure out that the handle goes down rather than up. And they're like, and you're like, what are you doing? It's like when there's those signs up door that says, please use other door. Or door opens outwards and they walk straight into it thinking it's going to auto open. And it's like, really? I saw a guy once run into a window thinking it were open. But I'll tell you something, that glass was fucking clean as fuck. It was spotless. Me dog stopped. He stopped moving. I think he's had enough. Come on, dog. What's he doing? I don't want to leave him behind. Come on, dog. I'll even join you. Come on, let's go, doggy. Come on. That sounded a bit weird.
We have reached our first stop.
Me dog's broken. He's broken down. He's got a flat paw. He needs help. He's broke. Look, he's back there. I can't get him to move. Come on, mush, doggy. He's broken. Doggo. What is the problem? What can I do for you? Was that a dragon's fly overhead? It's Skyrim! We're being attacked! Run, it's the Dovahkiin! That was actually quite good timing, that weren't it?
Speak up. Finally. Aru! Bellica! Show the two-foot how we hunt. The hunt is on!
They called me a 2-foot? If you're referring to my height, I am not a gnome. And I have 2 legs. I'll have you know. 2 foot is a height. And I am not in that margin. I'm a Draenei. I ain't no goddamn fucking gnome. 2 foot, cheeky bitch. She needs to get a measuring stick properly. What the hell's that noise in the background? Is that you, Overlord, or is that Stormborn?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, is that you, bud? Oh, you alright, buddy? I didn't know what it were. I heard some... was that like an add-on or something speaking to you? Is that
I have a mechanical keyboard, so it's quite a loud one. I will have to change it.
No,
to, like,
it wasn't the keyboard. It was like someone talking, but it sounded like automated.
Oh, it was maybe my neighbors outside. To be fair, they were just walking next to my flat.
All right.
Someone just outside.
It's no problem, buddy. Don't apologise for that. Chuffing hell. I get a little girl outside screaming her lungs out sometimes, so if that happens, you've just got to grin and bear it until she fucks off. It happens. What's this? I have done that more than once. Into clean window and the kitchen lamppost. So they come out of nowhere, they do. They're lethal. Look at you and over again. Almost don't want to say, so hopefully you carry on streaming. Don't tell him. Time's an illusion. Lunchtime, doubly so. I know it was current to time I saw anyway. The only reason I've got to today, guys, do I say this now or do I not? Do I say it on stream? Kyle, Brett, I need one of you or both of you. Do we broadcast what we're doing with the content now? or do I wait? And then we can gauge at least some of the people's reactions.
You've got a bloody captive audience. You can't leave us hanging.
Oh, I want an opinion from one of the 2 people that know. Because only 3 people that know about it. Brett, Kyle, and Ella. They've all approved it. They think it's a good idea. I personally want to, because it's better for my health. Because it helps me out. And that's why I want to do it. It might cost me some subscribers. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But we'll see. Are you there, B-Man? Or Kyle, one of you?
Uh-huh.
Ask community, I'm sure they will agree. Ask the community, let them know. Right, okay. So, what I'm doing is, it's not immediate, it's not yet. It's on the 12th of October. So 2 days after my birthday. What I'm doing is, I'm changing sort of what I'm doing with my content on YouTube. I'm changing it slightly. Which is what I'm doing is, I'm doing 1 gaming video a day, rather than 2. But I'm doing 2 shorts a day. 1 at 12 PM and 1 at 10 PM at night. I will not be doing a Warhammer video anymore going forward. So this campaign, where it gets up to on the 11th, that's where I'm leaving it. Because the Warhammer campaign stuff, while I do enjoy strategy games more than most, people don't want to watch it. Even look at your biggest creators like Legend of Total War. Look how small his channel is for how many years he's been doing YouTube. If you compare him to somebody who's been doing YouTube as long, I'll give an example. H2 Hilarious. He does playthroughs and let's plays like me, and he's got over 13 million subscribers. Legend's got just over 500,000. That's how dead strategy and grand strategy gaming is by comparison. And I can't cater to that niche audience and have a successful business. I need to go where the money is for it. My variety gaming also can fuel my shorts, because from my variety games I can get shorts from them to make 2 shorts every day. If I can get 2 shorts from every video, then I've got 2 shorts I can put up alongside that video every single day, so they can work hand in glove. So that's what I'm going to be doing from the 12th of October going forward. It's going to be 1 video a day, 2 shorts a day. So I hope you guys like it. If you don't, I apologise, but I've got to do it for my health as well, because I'm working 12-hour days and it's fucking killing me. Because I'm having to record 6 to 8 videos a day, edit them, do custom thumbnails for the variety ones. Not for the Warhammer ones, but the Warhammer ones require more editing than the variety ones for the most part. It just takes a lot of time. And I don't want to be in the position where I'm getting tired on that and then I can't really pop up for you guys. Because then it affects your fun when we're playing the game together. And that's not right to do on that side either. So it can have a knock-on effect, a bleed effect and something else and make that a negative. So that's what I'm doing from the 12th of October going forward. So there's going to be 2 shorts a day. They're going to be less than a minute long. And then my video will be 7 PM in the evening as normal. But it'll be a variety gaming video. At some point there might be a strategy game that might end up being in there as a playthrough. But it will be in that slot. But it'll be just 1 video a day. 1 video a day. So you've got 7 a week. 3 streams a week. And then you've got 14 shorts a week. Because the shorts at the moment are kicking ass. They're generating so many views. And if they keep generating more and more views, they can eventually be the ones that generate me the money that I need to get my business off the ground. Which could solve my problem I might have in 9 months' time. It's a good move both health and business-wise. It is completely. People these days watch a lot more shorts than anything else. That's why YouTube is investing so much money into shorts. Because people want to watch them. It's simple, easy to watch. I know some people say it's brain rot, and I suppose some of them can be. At least mine just funny gaming clips for you guys. I have no doubt we'll get some from Matrix in a boss kill when we're on the left side of the map and Matrix goes right. I have no doubt at all. But that'll be good for the channel because then I've got a clip of Matrix doing something very, very weird.
So, why is always me? Why me?
It usually is you.
Right, why is always you? Right, let's why is it Matrix? I'm after do this, guys. I apologise. This is a bit baity watching my own fucking thing. So you're gonna have to listen here quite carefully. So let's go on to here. let's go on to here. Let's go on to here. Let's not watch the advert. And let's do skip. And let's bring this over here. And let's take this off. Let's turn this up. Let's put this in full screen. And let's explain why this is a matrix. So that's Heaven talking, because I was tanking at the time, so this is normal Sire. I first straight away, literally 2 seconds after he says it. So we'll skip forward a tiny bit, we'll get through phase 1s.
Don't need any more.
No idea.
He's dead though, so is Wasser. But they're the only 2 dead.
Yeah, it's the same 2 people every time. Was actually wasn't dead there, because Wasser's got Blessing of Freedom or something.
I was healing him as much as I can.
Right. So, I'll be quiet here. Listen for what Heaven says to Matrix. Matrix is called Fight Hard in this raid. So, that's Matrix there. It's behind my camera. Need me to taunt? Taunted? I've taunted.
I'm gonna put my bleed on there.
I know, I've taunted the boss.
Okay. Well, it's racking pain will still hit me, won't it?
So they have to move it. I can't.
DPS meeting DPS stay on the
Oh, run out.
side. We'll not go on the right side.
To get impaled, stay through here. Have to go back to the middle, boys.
Oh. Okay.
Need me to taunt that off for him? I've taunted it, racking pain. Oh shit.
This is nothing, I guess, Roy. It's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, this is nothing. Still an achievement for them though.
She's not wrong.
So back to the portal, but this time we don't come back through, we stay through this side and we kill the ads that spawn here.
Right, okay. Kill the ads here then, okay. Let me turn the boss around. I've got racking pain again. Do you need this off me? Do you need this ready to take the sword?
Yeah, I'll turn it.
Fight hard, why are you running away? What the hell?
Fight hard, why are you running away? What the hell? So Matrix is on a journey over here somewhere. I don't know where he's going, but he's running up here. We're all here. Matrix has decided to go and investigate some hidden object that nobody else can see. So we'll replay that part for you, Matrix. I've got racking pain again. Do you need this off me? Do you need this ready to take the sword? There he goes. You see him running away.
Fight hard, why are you running away? What the hell? I don't fucking know.
He's not been here before. He doesn't know.
You stand here.
So Matrix, he's off. He's out of there. He's like, fuck this boss. I'm good at next boss, even though there's not one. I'm out. I'm good at next room. I'm going back through that fucking mirror, and I'm not coming back. Right, there you're going. I don't fucking know. That's why it's always Matrix. But Matrix is a really good player. When he needs a DPS, he does good DPS.
You have to fucking show us, huh?
Oh yes, definitely.
Why?
Because it's what we called gold content. The gold standard of content. This here is a Michael Jackson dancing void elf. What the fucking shit am I seeing? Oh my god, look at his tash.
Okay, so basically, if that doesn't give them by... I might have to contact YouTube then.
What's that?
Over the gifted subs if it's still showing blue, because that shouldn't happen.
No, I think they've got them, but it doesn't tell me who they are. And I'm assuming it wouldn't tell me who they are if their account is incognito. But if they're incognito, they technically shouldn't be able to get a membership. I'm pretty sure it's got to be public.
I'll contact YouTube to find out, because after
Just,
all, I was
just find out if someone's been given them. If not, then say is the content creator I'm supporting getting the money? Because if not, then I'm wasting my money, and then they've robbed you. So just find out what they've... Because they might have done it, it might have just not gone through for whatever reason. Just check first. Make sure they're not shafting you.
I'll do that tomorrow evening. Shit. Fucking hell.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. That's it. Right. And so have I got to go in that same speech. I have. So
yeah,
I will.
I've been going all evening. So
He's been going all evening, which is something we all wanted to know. It's lovely. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is another World of Warcraft stream. And we'll see about getting some more gear on my main, I think, probably tomorrow. And then we'll see if we can maybe get a raid coming up next Monday, maybe. We'll see. Give it another full week of gearing. See if we can get everyone leveled and geared enough where we can raid. We need 5. You need 5, 6, 7 item level or higher for the normal raid. At 5, 6, 7 item level, I will take you. It'll be very hard for you, but I will take you. So, because we've got overgeared people who can compensate for you. But if you can get yourself above 557, that'll be fine. Or 567. If you get above 567, we can take. It'll make it easier for you by getting more gear. If you can't get into dungeons, do delves. You can do 1 to 5 by yourself easily enough. If you need help with the other ones, ask. People can go with you. We'll get you down. Get him done. Get you some nice gear. Right. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. And I will catch you guys soon. I'll always on Discord, so if you need me, just DM me, message me, and I'll be around. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Take care, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. And thank you, Overlord, for all the gifted subs. I appreciate it.